Ooh, 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 ooh. Ladies, gentlemen, gamers, and Tower of God lovers, readers, enjoyers, enthusiasts, some haters, I guess, and Urek Glazers, including myself. Welcome one, welcome all, and welcome back to another Monday Fun Day Tower of God Urek Mazino side story reading. Where, as we could see, we are here nearly at 9 o'clock sharp EST time, to witness, to read, to digest, to elaborate on, and to react to the newest Tower of God Urek Mazino side story chapter, which is right here. So I say we because it is not just me, it is not just you, the viewer, it is the unholy, the holy, the one, the only, the epic, the legendary, the grand, the Adrian, the guide.
Yep, I'm here too.
Yes, as always. So, Adrian, it's been about a week, and this is the first chapter we are doing, where last time we only read one. So the recap isn't going to be that long. But what happened last time, Adrian? What happened last time that the POV cam is kind of showing and the tier list kind of has been updated to represent?
Yeah. We had the end of the fight between Mago and Edwan.
Yes.
Lightning 7, I think the chapter was called. There was so much lightning.
It was, yeah. It lasted for a while.
Yeah. So we started the last chapter with Edwan being kind of in a pickle,
Getting forked,
being stabbed.
essentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With
through the throat.
Plants through the throat, yeah.
Yeah.
Looking pretty defeated, kind of like Yamcha a little bit.
Ooh.
A little Yamcha there, but he turned up. He used his Kekkei Genkai or whatever. He transformed into lightning,
The Raijin.
which made the reversal, the trump card ability essentially useless because it did no damage. It's like using electricity against a ground type, or I guess using electric against a Pikachu, right? It has like a lightning rod ability.
Yes.
Takes no damage. It just makes him stronger in some senses, but like maybe I don't know if that worked in Tog, but
it's like pouring water on top of water. It's not going to hurt itself.
Yeah. And that's kind of why we have our POV cam being probably the best example of this. Someone who literally absorbs lightning as their ability. So, got the Killua. But we have him powering down because, of course, Edwan won the fight at the end. Once you get around Mago's reversal technique, not to say that Mago's really a pushover, but like, the family heads have the power to, take on pretty much anyone once they get past like some sort of BS that
now hold on.
Mago had going on.
Hold on. I wanna put some things straight here, at least for my side, right? Because obviously I love Mago, but and we'll talk about Mago in the recap here. We'll talk about what happened to her, what might happen, all that stuff. But I do want to point out, and this was pointed out last time by Pagoost as well. Also, I hope Pagoost shows up here. But the biggest thing is, Mago was underpowered, kind of premature for this fight. She wasn't supposed to be waking up yet, right? But Urek kind of awoke her.
It still felt like she got sunned, but I guess it doesn't really matter when like she's fighting one of the strongest family heads.
Now, I want to bring that up too. We had a lot of issues with the fight, as we've previously said, right? Especially because it's a family head versus a shining one. Now, obviously, we saw Edwan's big, super move, or at least maybe one of them. I don't think this is his ultimate move, I hope, right? Or maybe it was at this time, and that's kind of part of my question here, right? Do you think even with that move, Edwan still felt like a family head? Would you still put what you saw here on the same level as what Trauma and Gustang were doing in the finality? I wouldn't either.
But it's weird because like
he was exhausted after.
Strong. It is good what he did, and like he was definitely fighting an enemy that was like kind of a family, like felt like a family head threat potentially. Like I feel like Mago is very matchup dependent, honestly. Like Mago could just checkmate certain people with her ability.
To be fair though, right? Mago was also kind of cheating because she was using Urek's power.
Mm-hmm.
Because without that
But
power, she was gonna get smoked. But
but
that's
can we
because
assume?
she wasn't at full power
Yeah,
either.
she was weakened. Yeah, if she was at her full power, would she have needed Urek's power to keep up with Edwan? Is the question, I
I don't
guess.
think we're gonna get an answer to that.
I would
I
assume
would assume yes.
that she'd still need the power, or that she
No, no, no.
doesn't
That
need
she
it.
would be beyond it. That she would not need
Yeah,
it.
I think so too. Yeah, I think Urek's power. I don't know. It's weird because maybe it gave her
I think
the
it
ability
powered
to use
her
multiple things
abilities.
at once. Like
I,
maybe if she was in her full potential, like normal Mago, maybe she'd still be able to do like a lot of crazy shit, but not use it consecutively, like how she was doing
I
the reversal and her abilities. I don't know.
I think it just
Um,
empowered her stuff that she had, right? It basically
okay.
made her stuff invincible. It's like S plus tier grade, right? It's like imagine you get
Hmm.
an ignition weapon and it's like an A ignition weapon. Okay, it's pretty good. If you have Urek using it, it becomes an S ignition weapon because it's Urek, right? Like Urek
Yeah.
basically buffed all of her moves to be almost unbeatable. Now,
Hmm.
not to say
And
they're
on that
not good on their own, but with
uh-huh.
Urek's battery, I think they got even better.
Yeah, I kind of want to add to that subject, like kind of to glaze Mago a little bit more. I don't think Urik's power necessarily had anything to do with whether or not she could use reversal, because reversal, like from what we've seen through the fight, comes from her understanding of her opponent, and that
Yes.
took time. It didn't necessarily mean that like the power is what gave her the ability to,
Oh
use
no, I think
reversal.
that's
She
just
just needed to
hers.
last.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just hers.
Like what I'm trying to say is that Urik's power was independent of like her reversal ability. So like she still would have been able to kind of clap or like, give Edwin a run for his money in the beginning of the fight without Urik's
Yes.
power. I think that's pretty, like we could say that pretty confidently there.
Now, one thing to note too that we kind of learned, and we're going to be jumping around a little bit here, but one thing we kind of learned from John Liebert was that I think other Shining ones can use reversal too now, right? I think that was confirmed last time. I believe it
That they
was.
can use reversal?
Yeah,
Um
because remember John Liebert said that he, or maybe not him, but like some other entity granted the wish or whatever, or not, not,
right, the
not
wish.
reversal, the
I don't
wish,
think
the
that
wish.
has to
My
do with
bad. Yeah,
reversal.
my
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
I
the
mixed it up.
wishes, yeah. So okay, so you're saying multiple shiny ones can grant wishes, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, so maybe multiple. I
Yeah, I
doubt they
think that
can do
makes sense.
reversal, but we don't know at this point now.
Right, because
But
we've
I
seen
doubt it.
clearly that Mago can grant wishes, but then we learned from Liebert that she didn't specifically grant or I guess Leo's wish, right?
Yes.
So yeah, there is, two people here at play doing the same thing, but it makes you wonder, like, is it this the same quality, or was it that Mago couldn't grant that wish, or was she just not there at the time? Because like remember, she was a flower at the beginning, so
Yeah, she was
what
sleeping.
was her gift giving capabilities at that time? Who knows?
Exactly.
This also brings into question like the whole issue of the floor of tests, like how it's kind of like in purgatory where everyone's being resurrected. Like, is this Mago now?
Yeah, we don't
Question
even
mark, or
know
is this something
anymore.
else? Because it seems like now that Mago's been pretty much neutralized, that everything should have returned to normal. But I mean, we haven't really started. Like this chapter might give us some more insight on this, but as far as I can tell, it seems like nothing's really changed. So I could be wrong though. Like it could be changing as we read through this chapter, but like from what we saw in the last chapter, it looked like nothing changed. So
I mean, I think
and based off what we heard,
we haven't had a chance to see it yet, but we'll
yeah,
see.
yeah. But I feel like there's some foreshadowing, especially like through like the John Liebert character, that like Malgo's not the actual villain. Like you got the wrong guy type beat.
Yeah, well,
Um,
she might be the mini boss or something. She might be like the red
yeah, yeah.
herring.
Mm-hmm. It's like the boss music keeps playing, after Mongo's been defeated. Like, what's going on? So, yeah, there's definitely something fishy going on here. Which means Edwin's job technically isn't finished, but that's okay because we got Urek in standby, who's kind of just been sitting doing nothing. So,
Yes. Now back to my question here, right?
hmm.
So this is where I mean we kind of answered it, but just to really round it out here. So that did not seem like a family head going, serious mode. Like maybe a little serious, but not like, his end all be all, right? Like that is not what we're assuming is Edwan's like peak, right?
Yeah, only at the end, and even at that, it felt weird that like Edwin was so drained after the fact because it really felt like such a short period of time that he was using the lightning transformation thing.
Yes.
I don't know. It seemed like his version of the lightning pill is kind of what like I was like trying to draw connections to. As to like how he became so exhausted after, but he didn't have like the little dot or whatever when he used it. Like I thought it would have been a cool callback if SAU brought that up, if that's the connection that he's trying to make. Maybe it's a completely different skill and I'm wrong, but I don't know, it just seems so
Well, I think
like
the
I don't know. I
lightning
thought
pill
I
is
thought Edwin
done.
would have more potential because like we mentioned in earlier readings, right? Like you have all this crazy shit that like Gustang and Trauma have, like they just have a whole book full of tricks, and then Edwin just has this one ability and he's gassed.
And the
I don't know.
Gigante Marlin or whatever the hell.
Yeah,
That's
the
pretty much all
BS
we saw.
Marlin.
The B
Yeah.
the BS Marlin. I mean, it's pretty accurate, but so at this point in time, either two things in my mind are occurring, right? Either A, Ed1's a fraud, which I highly doubt, or B, well, actually three things. So A, Ed1's a fraud. B, Ed1 didn't show everything that he had. Or C, Ed1 gets very, very strong in the next 500 years.
Right. Yeah. I think that's a great way to put it, honestly. Yeah. Pick your choice.
Which doesn't make sense too, because I doubt the other family heads are like near this level at this point, right? Because that means everyone must get really stronger. If Ed1 is one of the top three, right? And that's
Mm-hmm.
what's the top three at this point, then the other people who are even worse must suck cock. Like, no disrespect to the family heads, but they must suck some fucking cock at this point.
Right. Yeah. I'm like concerned. I feel like the flame of what's her face, Eurasia, like
Hmm.
tops that easily. Like I
Well,
feel like Eurasia flame. Like we had this discussion. Like would Eurasia flame eat through reversal?
bruh, I
I don't
don't even know.
know. Like
Eurasia Flame is like the end all be all right now. We haven't seen anything greater than
nothing's
that.
beaten Eurasia flame. Yeah.
Yeah, even something that is supposed to beat everything else got beaten by Eurasia's Flame. So far, that's the
Yeah.
limit we're seeing. You know what we have to test?
I
We
think
have to
that's
see
the
if it
problem
beats
with
Urek.
powerful characters. Because powerful characters, like powerful abilities, contradict other abilities, right? Like obviously,
Yeah,
like the family heads are going to obliterate the blood Tamara, which is said to be invulnerable, right?
I
So
was
it's like
gonna
when you
bring it
have
up
this sort of
too.
situation. Okay, perfect. I'm glad I caught it. So you have this sort of situation where it's like all the family heads kind of have like rule breaking sort of things. It's like, well, who's breaking whose rules? You know what I mean? There's just so much like nonsense going on. You kind of have to.
Literally.
And another fact of the matter is that like we don't really have a lot of information on these guys, which is kind of like a fun thing. I think that's what makes it really fun about the family heads, the fact that we know literally nothing about them. They're like so mysterious. So the more
Mm.
we learn, it could also be like a bad thing because like it kind of reveals the mystery of like their power and they don't feel as godlike anymore.
Yes.
Um, so I don't know. It's like a two-sided coin. Like you want to know like what is up with these BS powers, or like to what extent are these guys or demystifying like the family heads, but at
Yeah.
the same time it's you kind of lose that sort of idea of them that you probably had in your first reading, Tog, that they're
Yeah,
like
like
essentially gods.
they're a problem. And again, that's not
Mm-hmm.
to say they're not a big problem, but not a problem to the extent that they were thought out to be. And
Now they
this
feel like
is
they're within reach.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like I could see Bomb maybe reaching some of these things one day. Now, granted, Bomb
Mm-hmm.
is a special case, right? Because we know what he kind of has in him now. But at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, I think, and I'm gonna reference Fate here as I usually do. I think, but this is where we might be seeing some of the downsides or some of the limits of SIU. And I've said this before, right? Tog isn't perfect. The fight scenes obviously far from perfect. The writing sometimes for the fight scenes, the writing itself is great, but the fight scenes and just logic and how it goes out, not just visually, but also just how it plays out is also I think something that's subject to a little bit of scrutiny, especially with how things are said. Oh, the blood Tamara makes you invincible. Well, not really. Oh, disconnect can disconnect anything. Well, not really, right? It's like it keeps popping up now where it's begging the question, is this just something that SIU struggles with? Is it just a weird, I was gonna say kink, but it's not a kink, a weird quirk? Is it something that is a little blemish? Who knows, right? But the biggest thing I think that a story does well with, that does this specifically well, right? Where it retains character powers. Because even in something like Seven Deadly Sins, right? For those of you who've seen Seven Deadly Sins, there's a character in there, and I'm going to try not to spoil for those of you who haven't seen it. But there's a character in Seven Deadly Sins who is extremely powerful when you meet them. And I think you know who I'm talking about, Adrian. But as time
Uh-huh.
goes on, this person was said to be the strongest above everyone else for a long time, and he kind of proved it. But as time goes on, as is in shown in fashion, he wasn't that crazy anymore. Like things started catching up to him, and then he started struggling a little bit, where it's like he was not like OP like crazy. Now, I think that's sort of happening with Tug, and the one place where it kind of happens, but it kind of doesn't so far, is Fate. The Fate series is some of the most amazing writing I've seen. But anyway, I do think we might be seeing SIU kind of struggle with just hyping up characters. And to be fair, he does have a very hard thing to do here. He has to make 11 very unique, very OP characters where people struggle to just do one, let alone two, right? And SIU's out here trying to make 11 essential like gods, which I do think he's doing well with, but I think we're seeing the limits of what it could be. And maybe we're just playing into his hands here where it's like, it's like Adrian said, the tower is like filled with propaganda from the jihad system, and this is what they want us to
Mm-hmm.
think. So maybe this was the reasoning all along, but at that point, what can you argue? It was meant to be done this way, or he's just not that good at doing it. I think you can always be in one of those two camps at a certain point. But anyway, back to the whole
Mm-hmm.
thing. I want to bring this back to the main question I have just to get confirmation. So from everything we saw, especially with Mago using her powers, even with boosted with Urek's little sliver of power, which is something we have to bring up, right? That was only a portion of Urek's power, and that's what Mago realized, right? Mago realized once the power started running out, like, oh wait, this is only a small piece of it. It's not Urek's whole thing, right? Until it was running out, it was doing pretty good, right? Now, granted, maybe it was because it was combining with Mago's stuff, and not to say if Mago got like a different stone that she was gonna eat, maybe she could have won. She was kind of getting like stones she didn't want necessarily. She was saying she wanted like, God damn it, I forgot what the name of it was. It was like a fake stone. Not amethyst. Do you remember the name of the stone? Fuck.
Diamond.
No, not that. That's what she ended up getting. But remember, she said she wanted a different one.
Oh yeah, I don't remember which one she said she wanted. I'm not
Oh,
even sure if she said what she wanted. Did
she
she?
she did because it was a fake
Oh,
stone that
okay.
didn't really exist, and it shows up a lot in fantasy.
Oh. Oh, Mithril.
Mithril, yeah, Mithril. Yeah, she was saying she wanted Mithril or something else. So it's like maybe if Mago got what she wanted, maybe that fight would have ended a lot quicker or something. Who knows, right? Mago is
Mm,
sort of like
right.
Kite from Hunter x Hunter, as you've said before too, where it's kind of like
Hmm.
random, but it
I
really
like that
depends.
aspect actually.
Yeah, I mean it's cool, but sometimes it just begs the question of like, is the author using it to kind of just write like, oh, maybe they could have been them? Is it like a big what if that we're always gonna have?
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah,
Also
but
similar to Kite in that we don't see all of her powers, or we don't even know how many she has, honestly. I mean, at least Kite, you know how many there are.
yeah, he numbers it. But either
How
way,
many does Mago have?
bruh,
Bring
as
her
many,
back. I mean, she's
yeah,
not gone. She's still in the game.
yeah. So
So,
explain that, Adrian. Explain what happened after
right.
the Ed one
So,
fight.
after the Edwin fight, Mago turned to dust, pixie dust, and called out to Lapis to kind of usher her away so she can, recuperate after her fight, I guess. It seems like she can res herself in some way, shape, or form. Maybe go back to flower form. Who knows?
Well, you're a little wrong
Um,
here.
what?
Well, I don't know if you're a little wrong, but Mago left a
What did I
piece
miss?
of her
Oh, right. Yeah,
behind.
yeah, it was intentional. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So it wasn't like
it wasn't like it just
it wasn't.
happened.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It wasn't like Edwin left her unfinished. Essentially, like Edwin did finish
One,
what was in front of him.
yeah, he came in and he was stomping her shards out, like,
Hmm. Yep.
which is
So yeah,
funny
she
too
did
because
leave.
didn't he say he wanted to interrogate her or whatever?
Right. I think he did mention something like that. Yeah. Um. But anyways, it was very like the whole Mago situation right now feels very analogous to I was gonna say like Ren from season 3 when he gets beaten by Bomb. After that, he turns into like a little
Slug
worm
thing
or
or
whatever
whatever, the
centipede
centipede thing.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then disappears out of nowhere in the story for some reason.
we don't even know when
You
he
remember
left,
that?
where
He
he
doesn't even
went.
say peace out. He's just gone.
Yeah, he just
One
sneaks
second he's in, one
away.
second. Very, very Ren-like, I guess, if you really think about it. Whatever. Fine. But yeah, Mago escapes kind of with Lapis. Although, does he really? Because I think Edwin calls out to him
Edwin
to
noticed, I think.
Lapis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
Edwin
Edwin
noticed
noticed.
something.
But he was like,
I forget
whatever.
exactly what happens. Like, did he just let them go, or did he like say, "Oh, whatever, I'm tired," or something like that? I
I,
forget exactly what
I
happened.
think he wanted it for like this is
Like,
where
he let her
there's
go.
yeah, I think this is up to interpretation, and maybe we're gonna see it literally right here, but I think he partially let them go because he wants things to be interesting, I think, or maybe he wants like
Hmm.
a future fight. Like maybe he's being greedy, but
Yeah,
I think he obviously could have done something if he wanted to, but he was just like whatever, partially.
yeah. So that ended up happening. I think most of the chapter is just the fight, and then that ending scene right there. I think we ended off with one more thing, like in Urek's perspective, while he was talking to Liebert about just a lot of the information that I think we already spoke about Mago not being the one who did the wish for Leo, and
Yes.
I think that's pretty much it for the chapter. Am I missing anything? I mean,
I don't believe so, because it was one chapter, so I'm trying to comb my mind to think, did we miss anything? I mean, maybe we did, probably, but anything substantial? I don't think so. I think we pretty much got everything here.
yeah, the bulk of it.
Yeah, in our 21-minute long recap, which is down from usually an hour, so literally one
Right.
third. But yeah, I'm trying to call my mind. Liebert said like there's another entity in there, and I think Liebert was saying like Urek said to Liebert like, yeah, I can end you with one punch, which we really have to question: does Urek mean that? Can he actually do it? Or can he actually do it, but he's gonna play around a little bit because he obviously has that bad habit. So I don't
Hmm.
know. I mean, at this point in time, are you in the camp that at this moment Urek could take a family head?
I think so.
God
I
damn,
think
and
so.
he's on floor fucking one, and he could do this shit. And apparently,
Yeah.
from what Mago said too, Urek lost some of his power as well, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. He mentioned that he's not at his full strength or something. I don't know. The question is current Urek good now, or is he like in full strength, or I
I
don't
mean,
know,
he's definitely
compared
missing
to
the
this
little.
Urek?
Yeah. Oh, you mean current day? You mean mainline?
Yeah, mainline. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he has to be beyond this. There's no way. There's no
Hmm.
way.
But does he have
Despite
this part of him that's missing that the Shining Ones allegedly took from him?
Well, I actually asked you that, right? I asked you last
Hmm.
time that part that like went to Mago and then like disappeared. Do you think like Urik's gonna regen that part? Is it sort of like blood for him, right? Where
Oh, I
it's
think that
very
regens, but I think he was referring whenever remember when Uruk said that he was missing like a part of him. I think he blamed the Shining Ones for the fact that he doesn't have his full strength. So it's like they took something from him, not the instance where Mago took like the crystal. I'm talking like before Uruk even entered the tower. I think he
mm,
referenced something like that. I could be wrong, but if he was missing something and that's something that was taken from him from the Shining Ones, then like the question is, does mainline Tog Uruk have that issue? I would guess
yeah.
no, because we
Yeah.
don't hear anything about the Shining Ones. So like maybe they're dealt with or something. I don't know.
I mentioned this before too. I literally talked about this where I questioned are the Shining Ones done in mainline because Urik's main goal in mainline is to leave the tower, right? So
Hmm.
his main goal right now is to deal with Phantominium. But we know, at least from what we see, right? Because maybe what we see isn't what we actually, what the reality is. But
Hmm.
in mainline, it begs the question: are the Shining Ones dealt with? Does Urek still have his mission to deal with Phantominium? Does he still care? Because it seems like there's a shift. Right now, Urek wants to find Phantominium, but in mainline, Urek wants to just get the fuck out. So does that mean Phantominium's not there? Does Urek know that? Does Urek just not care anymore? Who knows,
Mm.
right? But the fact that we're not seeing any of the Shining Ones, that doesn't necessarily mean they're not a problem or they're not there. Maybe they're still hidden. Maybe some of them are still sleeping, or
Right.
maybe they're all dealt with. We just don't know. We
Yeah.
literally
You would
just
think
don't
they'd
know.
make more waves. You know what I mean? Like or like open their own like faction. Like how was it Wolhike Song and all these other factions exist. Like I don't know.
I
Like
don't know. I
people this
feel
powerful often attract more people, like similar to how Mago attracted the angels, right? Like
I
why don't
mean
we have every
true.
single shining one attracting some sort of like following?
Well, from
The
what we've
tower's a big
seen,
place, but
you're not wrong, but the way I sort of see it is the top end people minus the family heads don't really have big followings per se. And what I'm talking about is the big like top people. Well, Urek kind of. I don't think Urek has a following per se. He joined a following, right? He joined Wolhike Song. Urek himself doesn't have a group. He's in a group, right? Enryu doesn't have a group. Phantominium kind of made a group, but he forced that group to be held. But I feel like the people at the very top are more just kind of lone wolves if you're not a family head, as far as I've seen it.
Uh-huh.
Like they don't have their
Yeah.
own thing under them. They kind of either are a part of a thing or are doing their own thing. Because look at even the princesses, right? Not Mashni, fucking oh god, what is her name? Who's the leader of the Jihad army? Fuck.
I know who you're talking about. I'm trying to think of the name too.
Why do we always forget her, man? Fuck. Adori. Adori.
Hidori. Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
So Adori and Anne are a part of a thing, but they're so strong. They could be their own thing, but they're a part of it, right? A lot of these like top 10 people, if they're not family heads, they're either a part of something or they have really not much, I think, right? I think when you're that big, it's kind of whatever. But one thing with the Shining Ones is like maybe they don't want to be like, high key with these things. Maybe they want to be low key. So, or maybe they're sleeping. I would say maybe some of them are just still sleeping, but or maybe they're dealt
Mm.
with. Who knows? But
Well,
only time will tell.
yeah. A lot of
But
questions, not enough answers.
yeah, and I keep telling you this too, Adrian, because you complained about it last time. But Tower of God, what SIU does is, yeah, we get some answers as time goes on, but you got to think of it like tree seeds, right? Tree seeds are being planted at all points in time, where they were planted in season one, they were planted in season two, season three, in Urek's side story. And some of them are getting answered, but at the same time, more are being planted now that who knows when they're going to get answered in the future, right?
Oh.
It's like for one that gets answered, two more seeds are being planted for the future. So I always question this too, where it's like, at what point, because SIU has made such a thriving, alive world, we are never going to see an end to it unless the universe ends. Like, Phantominium comes in, nukes everything, and everything just dies, right? Like, there's no life left. I don't see how
Mm-hmm.
you can write an ending to this story because there will always be questions that will remain unanswered because there's seeds constantly being planted at all points in time. So
Yeah.
it's really, when do you just force the ending?
Yeah, I think the answer is you won't get answers to some things. You know what I mean? Like we'll get as
That's
many as we
good.
can throughout the duration, and then some will just be left up to, interpretation.
Exactly. I think that's really,
Yeah.
really good. But regardless, I think aside from the John Liebert stuff, which is very interesting, which I'm hoping they recap here, because obviously the episode's name is Neo, so we're definitely gonna go into Neo. And I said this last time too, yo. I'm very happy at how much like time and like significance Neo is having. Like I feel like he's more important than Kun was in season one, which I like because he's basically like our season one stand-in for Kun. But here we have a comment from Jimny. Here we have, it's sad how Hunter x Hunter won't end, even though it's a show like One Piece. Yeah, exactly. Where it's like it can keep going if the author wants to keep it going. Because if you just end out every single storyline or every single question, that's not how the universe has ever been. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
everything is gonna have like a bow tie sweet answer. It's just gonna have that if it's a forced ending. Because if these universes are alive as they are, which they are, right? There's always gonna be questions, and you could keep going infinitely if it's a good written story. Because there's always gonna be new things. Because it feels alive, right? It's like in
Yep.
our current world. There's always going to be news going forward as long as people are around. There will be something new. It's just, will you be around to see it, right? So
Right.
again, I think it's okay if we don't get to everything because at a certain point the author might run out of ideas. Obviously, I talked before about him having certain maybe weaknesses or deficiencies in what he does, especially when it comes to the fighting and the power scaling. But maybe that's intentional. Who knows? But with all that, unless you have anything else to add, Adrian, I think it's
Yeah,
about high
small thing I
time.
want to add.
Okay.
Just
What
about
is
the
it?
Hunter x Hunter thing. Like Hunter x Hunter could have ended like where the anime ended, and that could have been like a proper ending for Hunter. Like that'll be as good of an ending as you will get for Hunter x Hunter. Like if like obviously the story's continuing right now, but like the way you feel after ending the anime could be exactly how you feel after like the true ending of Hunter x Hunter happens. You know what I mean? Like you
I
said,
know
like
what
so
you
many
mean.
things will be left
I,
unanswered.
I know
So
what you mean. I can actually extrapolate on this too. So
hmm
correct me if I'm wrong here, but it's essentially like this. In Hunter x Hunter, and I'm going to try to avoid spoilers here, right? In
hmm
Hunter x Hunter, the main story we're going through is gone, right? And we sort of get a resolution for gone. We know there's other people with other problems that they still have to deal with, but those
Mm-hmm.
aren't the focus thus far. They can become the focus later on, and they do. But Gon's story is pretty much wrapped up, but there's other stuff is there that could be explored, but it's not the main focus, at least right now. And I think that's kind of a good thing. Like we had our focus, we had our main meal, we finished it. Yeah, there's some dessert on the side that if you go there, you might find a new main meal, but right now you're content. You're filled up, essentially.
Yeah. See that I think that's what makes a good story, because like compare that to something like Naruto, where they had a very like they tried to clean up the ending and tie up all the loose ends at the ending, right? Of like Naruto Shippuden, it's like, well, we saved the world and all this stuff. And then in order to make Boruto relevant, because they wanted to continue the story, they had to like reopen some stuff, and it just leads to like some like it makes the world feel like a bit different. You know what I mean?
I
Like
think they
less
did it okay, believe
continuous,
it
I
or
guess.
not.
They did it good, but
I
it's
think
like
they
you
did it
can
good.
tell that it's like it's a different sort of feeling, whereas like continuing where Hunter x Hunter left off or continuing where Tog leaves off, because like there's always so many questions. The world feels like it felt like you never left. Whereas
Yeah,
like I think like in other anime where it's
they
like
had
they
to
try to
prop something
tie
new
all the
up.
loose ends, because like they never intended to come back to these things at times. So it's like they're trying to
They're
get that
forcing
full
it.
ending where all the questions are answered. You know, the author never has to come back to it. I get that. But maybe sometimes it is better to have like a world like this where you don't really get all the answers.
It's more
Like
alive. It's just a more
yeah.
realistic world, which maybe
Mm-hmm.
some people don't like. I know some people do not like being blueballed at all. So
Yeah, it's probably annoying for the writer too, because that means the writer's constantly going to be getting questions from like fans, especially if it's like a popular work. It's like, well, what happens with this character? What happens here? It's like, I don't know.
yeah,
That's it. You know, like
what
what is the
sucks
person to say?
yeah, what sucks too is when the writer doesn't have any passion for it anymore, and that's ironically enough what happened to the Hunter x Hunter author with his previous work with Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho eventually he didn't like it, and he just ended it very quickly. All things got resolved because he was just done with it. Like he did not want to write it anymore, and it's very sad to see that because obviously it changes a lot of things. But yeah, he also does have spine disease. Tagashi does go through a lot of stuff, but he still writes Hunter x Hunter and he still loves that. So I think Tagashi even laid out saying like, "Oh, there's like four different ways Hunter x Hunter can end. It's like one people are not going to be happy about, but it's the one he wants to do if he has enough time. There's one he'll do if like his health gets worse. There's one he'll do just to please the fans. Like there's different endings he has that like he can do, but he just doesn't know which one he wants to do yet because of, reality. But regardless, all that's pretty cool, but I think we're pretty good on all that stuff. We could maybe talk about that stuff later and more. But for now, I think we're about ready to get into talk. Unless you have anything else to say, Adrian.
That's all I got.
Okay.
All right,
So with the
what's our recap time up to? Do we push it to 1 hour?
well, I'm counting the recap as done at 20 minutes. This is just extra
Shoot.
discussion.
Ah, whatever. Okay, then we could
So
pump the numbers.
I mean, listen. I could always talk about more stuff, but
Yeah, yeah.
we'll leave it there. The recap was 20 minutes. Trust, trust. But either way, the newest chapter. Here we go. Episode 44, chapter 44, Neo. And I'm probably gonna say that again right now. Tower of God, Urek Mazino, SIU, chapter 44, Neo. And I'm very much looking forward to this, man. I mean, we're finally out of the Edwan arc, which is crazy. That shit lasted 7. I think that was the longest arc thus far in Urek, right? I don't think we've had an arc longer than 7. Have we?
Um, in Urek, yeah, I think that's as long as it goes. In Tog, we might have gotten
Oh
further.
no. Oh no. We've had Revolution Road. We've had
How
longer.
far did Revolution Road go to like the double digits, like
It
Revolution
was in
Road
like
20?
40,
Okay. Damn,
I
really?
think.
I cannot
At
believe that.
at least 20. At least 20. But either way, let's keep going. So Urek yeah, Urek has his name for this guy, Obrion. Fuck that shit. We're calling him John Liebert.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say Obrion, I guess, right here. But Obrion, one of those who swallowed Phantominium's light just like Mago. You're the mastermind behind all this, aren't you? So wait, I'm a little confused here. Unless this is like a Webtoons mistranslation, he's saying this guy swallowed Phantominium's light?
Maybe he means like the darkness, like the light in terms of like power,
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's what I
his
was
type of power.
thinking
So maybe
next.
Phantominium uses light, like we were talking about the differences between like light and Shinsu.
Mm, maybe.
So maybe
Maybe. So,
Phantominium's another, like he's similar to Urek in that he has his own light power.
Maybe. I thought he was more darkness related, but you could be right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, it is probably darkness, but it's like it's the same type of it's the same type of power, so they
Y-
call
y-
it light. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure it's the
Like how
thing that
everything is called
corrupted them.
Shinsu, but like Shinsu can come in like fire, it can come in water, it can
True, true.
yeah,
Man, I wish we had fucking Pagoost here to tell me if this was a mistranslation, because he knows everything, man. Fuck.
yeah.
This is where me and Adrian
Break
are
the
on equal
chapters.
ground now, man. Like, we both don't know. It wasn't my intention at first. It's true that I hid Mago in this castle so I could awaken her. Oh, so he's the one who did the whole Mago business.
Hmm.
But the castle appearing on the floor of tests wasn't part of my plan. So that was because of oh god, what's his name? The
Asa.
fencer. Asa, yeah, that's because of Asa getting involved. When I finally got to the castle, Mago was already regaining her strength in her own way. And technically, I never granted Leo's wish. I only helped make sure Mago wouldn't counter it. Interesting. So again, there's three parties here. There's Mago, John Liebert, and then the mysterious third party that John Liebert's going to mention here, I think. Besides, from the moment I first saw Neo, God, you know what's so crazy to me? You know what I really like about John Liebert here? He looks so unassuming and nice. Like, if you look at him, you're not going to think he's a villain. You're going to think he's like a normal, cool guy. Like, you don't think he's like a bad guy just from looking at him. He has a very, like, nice
Hmm.
face.
I think his face changed from when we first saw him.
I mean, it could be the angle and it could be the assistants doing it. Because even, and this is something, I don't know if we mentioned it last time. I think we did. But when I looked back at the beginning of Urek, it looked like more SIU style. And obviously, if it's the beginning, I'm assuming he had more of a hand in doing it. Where over time, I think he offloads things to the assistants. But I definitely think SIU still has a style. It's just the assistants are doing a lot more of the work now.
Mm.
But either way, from from the moment I first saw Neo, he knew he was. Wait, wait, huh? He was a fake? Wait, Adrian, does this make sense?
Yeah, we had this discussion, I think, at some point, maybe like the last chapter, the chapter before, that like we thought that
I put this out as a
Leo
Hail
was the
Mary.
fake, right?
Yeah, I put this out
Oh,
as a
look,
Hail
Caboose is
Mary.
here just in time.
Pagoose, thank you, God. Oh my God, thank you. You're here. Thank you, God. Pagoose, can you explain something to us real quick? First of all, welcome. We're happy you're here. But this thing that Urek says right here, right? Where he's saying Obrion swallowed Phantominium's light. Is that a mistranslation? Or is that true? Did these shining ones swallow Phantominium's light? Because we're assuming it was just Phantominium's darkness or Phantominium's power that they swallowed and got corrupted, or what exactly is the or is the translation accurate? That's the main question we have. But error.
Uh,
I knew that shit, yo. Yo, give me that
I
plus
always
one.
play the benefit of the doubt for the freaking
Nah,
chapter.
fuck Webtoon. Fuck Webtoon. But either way, back to this, right? I said this as a big Hail Mary, and I even said I'm probably wrong, but I want to throw it out there just in case. I told you, Adrian, what if Leo wasn't the fake? What if Urek just doing the light just dissolved him regardless, right? Because
Mhm.
how the fuck is Neo the fake? Unless this is an error too. What if this is supposed to say Neo or Leo?
Oh man,
If that's an error, that's a big error. Like, that's a bad one. Pagoose, is this accurate? Is this supposed to say
let's
Neo?
assume it isn't. I don't know. I feel like there's no way they make that big of an error,
You would hope, right? You would hope.
even though it is one letter difference.
Exactly. I'm a little scared, but apparently Neo is the fake, which is crazy. But of course he did. If he were real, he would have arrived at the test site completely unaware. Instead, he came with all of Leo's memories and experiences. I mean, yeah, I guess logically that makes
That made
sense,
a lot
but
of sense.
it
Yeah.
could still be explained, but you have to jump through a little bit of hoops. But it should be Phantominium Devourer of Light. Okay, that makes more sense. He was an illusion, only able to exist on this floor, born from Leo's wish. So Leo was the real one. This is
Mm-hmm.
fucking crazy.
But the fact that Leo was deleted doesn't make sense to me because that
I
implied
know.
that he was the fake. I
I,
guess they tricked us, you know?
I told you, what if Urek's light just does that, right?
Uh-huh.
What if Urek's light just deletes something? Now, what if, and this is the other possibility, what if by using Mago's wish or trying to do, maybe not even Mago, whoever did it, right? Trying to use
Mm-hmm.
the non-Shinsu power basically affected him. Or maybe it's
Mm.
everyone on the floor. Maybe because everyone on the floor is getting rezzed, maybe they're all affected by the power and they can all be cleansed by the light at that point. Because how are you being brought back if it's not with Shinsu, it's with this power, right? So at that point, maybe like it stains you, it's a part of you, you're affected by it. Maybe just being in the floor or being in this area that is, different from the tower, maybe that marks you with it. I don't know. This is where it's a lot. It's very in the air. It's very very in the air. Let's keep going. Forced to keep repeating the test on the floor of tests. Neo knew this from the beginning. Neo had to be the face, one, because the name in and of itself is kind of spoiler, and two, he could use the orb because Leo could use it, so he was tapping into future potential. I mean, that's where it could still be explained, though. Because what if Neo was just that good with it where he had orb early? Now, granted, I think that's very, very unlikely, right? Because we see how advanced and rare orb is, but there's always a first for things in the tower, right? Like, I wouldn't put it past
Mm-hmm.
someone to come through and be like, yeah, I could use orb at floor one. Now, granted, they have to be someone like, Bomb, right? But
I don't know.
I think it's a major stretch, but at this point, I do believe almost anything is possible. It's
Yeah,
just it's
that's
just
for sure.
extremely rare. Like,
It's weird because all logic and knowledge of like Tog makes you say like, well, obviously, like Neo or what is it, Leo is the real one, right? Because like
uh,
the ranker power, it just makes more sense. Like he knows that he's climbing and all this other stuff. Like
mm.
I don't know, he has like more time.
And again, I
But the
even said
story, yeah,
that could be explained by like them creating fake memories of him
yeah,
having
they
gone
can
up the
create
tower, but
memories.
who knows, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, but also it's strange that like Leo lost to. I mean, Neo lost to the princess then if he's like as strong as a ranker, kind of. I mean, he has like the ranker experience. I guess it's just a testament to how strong the princess is. Like how stacked this group of Regulus is, honestly.
Well, he could be faking it.
I don't know. I don't think Leo.
I think he is capped. Yeah,
I don't think
actually,
Neo.
I'm
I'm
going with
getting all
what
the
Bagoose to say.
freaking names confused. I don't think Neo was faking against the princess, but it is possible. Like you said, anything's possible. I don't know. This story's effing me up because like I know SIU's trying to push us in a certain direction and then like completely U-turns after. You know, like all the evidence is like, well, clearly like this is the real one. Like how is someone using two orbs? You know,
Oh
and then
yeah,
like it's just like okay, no, then Urek makes him disappear. It's like, okay, so now this, the regular is the real one. And it's like, okay, now we're going back.
yeah. I can always
Um,
find some convoluted way to explain it. I can even explain it like this, right? Because they've been
mhm.
looping the floor for so long, maybe he just had time to practice and he got like better at Shinsu. Who knows, right? But that doesn't make sense because I think their memories reset, except for like, you know, um, Rue and then maybe someone else. I forgot if it was anyone else, but I know Rue's memories don't reset. But regardless,
Mhm.
right? It was
Also,
it
they were
was
kind of
explainable.
Leo. Wasn't Leo or Neo an ascetic too?
Yes, he was. He was.
So where the hell does that go into all the mix of like which one's real and which one's not,
Well,
right?
is he even an ascetic? Because he's fake. He's like he's not even real. He's from a
Is it
wish.
possible to be a fake ascetic? Does that mean that all the ascetics are fake? I
I
don't
don't
know.
think so. I don't know. It's so
There's
confusing.
too many questions, and the
More
story is
seeds.
like really effing us up right now. Like they're not
Yeah.
giving us clear answers.
And always it lies at the top. I don't even think the answer lies at the top. We're going past the top at this point. We're going outside the tower. I think the answer lies with Phantominium and shit, man.
Yeah. It sometimes upsets me how like my extensive knowledge of mainline Tog does nothing in Urek
Yeah.
Mazino. You know what I mean? Like very little
Because
other than
this
like
like
basic Shinsu understanding.
it's its own animal now. Like this is just a new shit now.
Yeah.
But either way, let's keep going. Neo knew this from the beginning, which was why his wish was different from Leo's. And one fateful day, some time ago, the day of Rue's first test. So I guess the day when the tower first made him or first sent him here.
Mm-hmm. So the
The
first
three,
loop, I guess.
yeah, the three of them. Oh, it's the girl. It's the girly. Do we have a name for her yet?
I think she has a name. Isn't her name like Joan, like
Oh
Joan
yeah,
of Arc
Joan
or
of
something?
Arc. Yeah, yeah, Joan of Arc. Is she on the tier list? Yes, she is. Okay, she's an okay tier. There we go. Jean, Jean. God, we're calling her Joan. Fucking, it's Jean. Yeah, a lot of Fate references,
Fair
man.
enough.
So here
When
we
I hear
go.
Jean, I think of Claymore. If you've ever seen that,
I've never
that
seen
was
it, but
one of my
you've told
favorite of
me. You
the Claymores.
yeah,
Jean.
you've told me about it a lot back in the
Mm-hmm.
day, at least. It's kind of like that sort of era in my mind. I don't know if it's actually nearby, but it's in my mind in a similar show like Monster.
Yeah, it has a similar sort of
It's
art style, I think.
it's low key. It's from back in the day. It's not well known, but it's
Oh,
pretty
you
good.
finished the manga as well. Claymore's kind of goated. I really enjoyed that one when I watched it.
But I didn't even watch
Yeah,
D Gray Man either. I have to see all these Claymore, D Gray Man,
I
Monster.
haven't seen D Gray Man.
I gotta see all these. I heard those are really good too. But
Yeah, but the anime sites are being purged at the moment.
are they? No. When I come
Yeah,
back
by
to
Crunchyroll.
watching, oh my, yo, fuck Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll has a monopoly. They're ass. Just like Webtoon. When they have a monopoly,
Yeah.
they're ass. But yo, look at fucking Jean. She has armor. She's not naked anymore. And you know I
Hmm.
like my knight characters, Adrian. Just like Mashini, I like my knights, especially when they're girls. Finally met. I love Neo, by the way. I'm telling you, Neo looks like kind of androgynous, but I just love Neo's look. During the final test. Ooh, did they become friends? Who are you? My name is Rue, and I know who you are too. You're Neo, right? Oh no, she is naked. Never mind. I thought she was wearing like clothes under that. I don't know
Wait,
why she's
scroll up,
naked.
scroll
Yep.
up, scroll up.
Yeah, I could have
I
sworn
think
she was wearing
they changed
clothes.
it.
No, she wasn't. She
Maybe
wasn't.
not.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
subtle.
go up one more. Maybe there's one more panel.
Well, that's
Okay,
just
yeah,
her
I see it.
arm.
All right.
That's just her
Yeah,
arm.
yeah.
But
All right.
yeah, no, it was the coloring. I thought it was like
Yeah.
gray armor, but it was just her skin. Yo, Rue's getting all the women, bruh. Oh my god. How? All the regulars here know who you are. You were the first one to learn how to use Shinsu. And as for the lady over here, huh? I don't remember seeing him before. Oh, right. This is Jean. Wait. Oh! Wait, what is going on? Why is he grabbing him? Dude, and Neo's hair is so fucking long. He has a thing for the blondes. Honestly, you're not wrong. He's 2 for 2 right now. Neo, we could really use your help. Pardon? We're looking for a deity named Ark, so we can undo Jean's curse. You know what's kind of funny? It really feels like this is like a repeating RPG. Like, Ruin them are like NPCs and they're trying to do a quest, and then like someone's coming in and like trying to help them with the quest, and then it just resets over and over again. Because Jean obviously keeps trying to do this. What did you just say? I see. Basically, Jean is under a curse, which makes her wounds feel like they're on fire. That's really fucked up, man. I don't like that. Why does she have to suffer more than everyone else? And you must find this deity named Ark in order to undo the curse. I wonder who told them this. I'm thinking it's probably John Liebert. Maybe John Liebert told him this. Exactly. Do you think you can help her? Well, I'm sure I could, but just hold on a second. That girl isn't real. What do you mean? No outsiders are allowed in this test site. She's not a regular or a director, meaning she's just an illusion. She's probably been on this island as some kind of spirit for a long time. I suggest you focused on the test instead. This is really a coon thing to do. This is like very cutthroat. Because you know what I would imagine? I don't know if he actually did this, right? Because it's been so long, but I would imagine he would do this. In the hidden floor, right? Remember we had all the data people with like bodice
Hmm.
in them? Kuhn would just be like, yeah, fuck them. They're not real. Just kill them. Or like, it doesn't matter what we do to them, right? Like that's a very Kuhn thing to do. That's kind of what Neo's doing here with Jean here. He's like, yeah, she's not real. Whatever. Just let her go. Meanwhile, like, she seems like a real person. She seems like she has feelings, but Neo doesn't give a fuck. Like, that's some Kuhn shit right there. But just look at her. I feel so bad. Yeah, I feel bad too, yo. I love her getup. Besides that, well, I don't necessarily mind the naked thing, but I love the night part. Like the bottom half, I love the fucking night part. I'll never see her again once this test is over. The thought of her suffering forever. I appreciate your advice, but I really want to help her. So, you'll still help her find this deity, even knowing she's an illusion. Yes, I made a promise. So you know what's interesting? He doesn't know what Rue is, because he's not saying Rue is fake, right? And it begs the question, are all the ascetics fake? At the very least, we know Jean is fake, right? I mean, I don't know who made Jean. Maybe Mago made Jean. I don't know. But maybe Jean was put there to kind of bait people into doing this quest and, like, you know, giving them false hope and then getting them despair. I don't know. But maybe Jean is like an industry plant, so to say. Maybe. Yes, I made a promise, and I'm going to keep it, whether she's real or not. That's some respect, yo. That's some respect. That's some bomb shit. Well, I'll see you later. Wait, so I'm assuming that was Neo pulling him to the side to tell her, like, she's fake or something? I don't know who pulled who to the side. They didn't really, like, show it, but regardless. Damn, yo, I like how Rue's just like, yeah, whatever, bye. Whether she's real or not. Oh, so this is kind of like being turned on Neo, because Neo knows he's fake. So now it's like kind of being on him now. Like, what does he think about himself? Does it even matter? A few moments later. God, I wish I could do that in the SpongeBob voice. Oh yeah, and I wonder who's gonna come in and help them. Guess who? Ready? We're surrounded. I don't see a way out. And then boom, the orb user's here, probably. Oh yeah, look at him. Neo? What are you doing here? God, he's so pretty. Just a small change of heart. I'll go with you to undo the curse on this illusion. So at that point, I wonder if Neo thinks that's just killing himself. Like, is he, like, gonna kill himself? Because once the illusion is done, I'm assuming that Jean isn't gonna come back, and then he's also gonna die. Unless he makes the wish with Mago. But we'll see. All right. Thank you so much. That's how they set out to find Ark. Even though they were in the middle of the final test, it was a kind of test Neo had never experienced before. At last, he discovered... How much you want to bet this is going to say friendship or some sappy shit like that? How much you want to bet? Ready?
Yep.
The excitement of adventure. Do I get
It's
a
still
plus?
kind of cheesy.
Yeah, do I get a +1 for that? I said sappy shit.
No.
I knew I had to. Oh, come on. I kept it open for the reason. It was either going to be some
You pushed
friendship
it towards
shit.
friendship.
Yeah, but I kept it open towards some sappy shit because it's related to that. I guarantee you he would not have the excitement of adventure without friends here. I think it counts. You know what? I don't need to fucking ask for your permission. We're the same level now. I'm giving myself the +1.
That is crazy.
Oh, hold on. Nah, give me that +1. Give me that
Whoa, there it
+1.
is.
Easy
Camaraderie.
camaraderie.
Okay, but you were just arguing that like you got it for the previous one, so I'm gonna have to deduct this one as well.
Oh, come on. This is some fucking horse shit. Pagusta, I'm scared of you being the judge because I can't really argue you. But I'm happy I get the +1. I'm my own judge. I'm the judge, jury, and executioner. Because that's totally fair. The drive to reach a goal. God, he looks like a fucking god here. And the joy of forging a path forward. Look, he's like experiencing like happiness despite difficulties. And just think, this is what the family heads went through too, man. No guy should have all that power. No! Pagoose, no! Don't tell me you're part of the jihad system. This is sounding really like the jihad system right now, yo. Despite difficulties, something he'd kept suppressed began to resurface. The desire to move on to the next floor. I think we're almost there. That red dot right there. is where we should find the deity. How the fuck do they just have a map to this shit, by the way? Neo, this might sound a bit ridiculous, but I really regretted my decision to enter the tower. What the fuck? Wasn't it not even up to him? Like, didn't the tower make him, or does he even know that? He might not know that yet. I think over time he figured it out. This is his first test too, I think. Or is it Neo's? Fuck, I don't know. I found myself surrounded by competitors, and even if I were able to climb the floors, I had no idea what I would do. You can choose not to be a regular or delay like Repalista. I didn't even know she did that. Or maybe I knew and I forgot. Damn. Wait, is that only available to princesses, or is that available to everyone? Because I know you could
I
just
assume it's available to everyone, but I'm guessing most poorer people, like lower class people, always take the opportunity because like they're trying to seek a better life. But like family head type people, like people who are already like
they're chilling.
rich, probably take their time. Yeah.
Yeah, they go when they want. I mean, because we know what happens when you go in there. It's not really Tower of Good. It's Tower of Backstabbing.
Yeah.
But
Also, from what we've seen, Hedon usually selects regulars when they're like in a moment of like need, like like they're about to be killed, for example, like Serena or like um, what's his name?
When they were getting transported,
Yeah,
Horiang and
transported. Yeah,
stuff.
freaking Horiang and Kasano. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
or was
It
it
usually
Horiang?
is
I
an
don't remember.
opportune time for them. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
where they would kind of want to take it low key. And I'm gonna keep saying this. I think the tower wants people. Because what if, in a similar fashion to Mago, it's getting something out of them climbing the tower? Like, what if the tower is farming them, or it has like a special energy it gets from them? I don't know. Basically, I feel like the tower is sentient and it wants people to climb for some reason that it's obviously benefiting for. Maybe, possibly. Hail Mary. But I'm having a lot of fun now. Doing this stuff with you feels like a real adventure. Also, do you remember, Adrian? Does Neo keep his memory when the test resets, or is that only Rue?
It was heavily implied that he does keep his memory.
Okay.
But we don't really know.
Okay. So, if we do get past this floor, would you like to climb the tower with us? Oh, yo, this is so nice, yo. Honestly, Rue is like Bomb if like Bomb wasn't OP. You think Rue forgets sometimes? I feel like he shouldn't though, or maybe it's like foggy. Maybe his memory is like foggy with it. Who knows? Yeah, I was gonna say because him and Neo should remember each other unless they had like a fight or something, or they're like beefing. But I know I'm much weaker than you, so I might just get in the way. But sure, dude, this is like some real like Yasracha and Deng Deng shit. Or what? His name was Deng Deng, right? The dad.
No.
What happened?
Dang Dang was the child.
The child. Fuck. What was the dad's name? Wang Wang. Oh my god, these fucking dog people, bro. These animal people. Yeah, Wang Wang. Bro, Wang Wang and Yasracha, this reminds you of a lot of them, except they were both strong. They were both pretty fucking strong. Let's do it. Really? Yes. If the two of us can really move past this floor. Yo, what about Jean? Let's climb the tower together. I like this. This is warming my cold, cold heart, man. Does that mean we're friends now? I guess we are. Dude, this is really some Bomb and Coon shit if Bomb never went through Rachel and he wasn't OP, man. The workshop guys are a-holes? How do you get a cool name like Yasracha only to name someone else Wang Wang? Yeah, honestly. Because you know what it is? I think Traumarai had his favorites, man. Or maybe the workshop had their favorites. Maybe they're not dog people. Maybe they're cat people. Trom gave up the Baylord brothers' names and decided with Paul. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. We're here. You said you can summon Ark by praying here, right? Ooh, yo, look at Jean. I love Jean. Yes, that's what the clue said. I'm glad we were able to find this place before the end of the test. Now let's summon the deity. Oh, they don't know. This isn't gonna be good, man. Yama should have been named Paul. Yeah, with all the shit he fucking takes. Yeah, he really should have been Paul. Boring ass name. Let's do it. Jean, could you step into the circle? Oh, wait a minute. Adrian. If this is a circle, do you think this is like a spell?
Probably, yeah.
Oh
That is
shit.
typically how we see spells, but I don't want to say anything until we learn more about Urek because they're always adding new shit.
True. Sure. Oh, great Savior, Lord Ark. I am Jean, your faithful servant. Oh, you know what's crazy? Actually, wait a minute. Holy fucking shit. I don't know why this didn't click in my head beforehand. Her entire character is just Jean from history. Jean d'Arc.
I
You
pretty
know what
sure, yeah.
happens to Jean d'Arc in history, right?
Gets killed,
Yeah, but do you know how?
burning.
Yeah, she gets burned alive
Hmm.
by her own people.
Yeah,
Holy
but isn't she also
shit.
like a hero of some sort? Or
Yeah, she's a very nice person, yeah.
so, what do we know about this Jean? She doesn't. I mean, she's kind of a knight, but like, what has she done that's heroic? She
Well,
seems more of like
it's
a
loose.
victim.
It's loose. It's loosely related. Nah, the fire thing just reminded me with the circle. I was like, wait a minute. I don't know how it just clicked in my head, but it just did. Listen, sometimes I'm a little slow. The wild, far out like Hail Marys I do, I think of those no issue. The obvious stuff, I don't even realize sometimes. I really don't. Yeah, I didn't even get the arc part either. I didn't. Even until now, until you just said it, I didn't even realize it's Gene of Arc. I didn't even
I mean,
put
haven't
that
we been calling
together.
her that for like the longest time?
No.
We called her Joan of Arc or whatever. Same shit.
Well, Arc is the god. It's not even her. It's not even attached to her. Arc is a separate person,
Yeah.
which
Well,
is
I mean,
Mago,
that's just a
obviously.
reference. It doesn't have to be like a perfect reference, but you see like the
Yeah,
all
I
the
know, but
words are
because
in the same place.
yeah, I know, but because the words weren't attached to the one person, I never connected it.
Mm.
I'm telling you, sometimes I'm pretty stupid. But anyway, damn, and she's praying to just like Jean would. And a lot of the stuff I know from Jean is from Fate, by the way. I have come to atone for the sins of those who cursed me. Please hear my prayer and bless me with your presence to lift the curse that has been placed upon us. Oh
Okay,
my
it is the
god.
same. I thought for sure Joan of Arc was the same. Okay.
Joan of Arc is the English version of Jean d'Arc. Really?
That's
Huh.
what I thought,
You know,
but I
I,
just wasn't sure.
I always call her Jean because of Fate. What the fuck is this? Who the hell is that?
New character? What the flip?
You know who this honestly reminds me of? Please tell me you know, Adrian. Come on, please guess this right.
Alawi.
No, no, no. It's a Tower God character. I'll give you a
Oh,
hint.
the Tower God character? Evan Kell. Used to be
Honestly,
like a muscle lady.
I see it now, but kind of yeah, but someone else.
What's another muscle lady? Is it
There's
the
two
one from
people.
the Gunnar arc?
There's two
What is it
people
called?
this reminds me of.
What is the name of the person from the Gunnar arc? The one that's with
K-pop.
the cat girl? Yeah, K-pop. Yeah.
You're wrong. It's
Did I
not
get it?
K-pop. No.
No. Okay, I'm just gonna keep naming them. Oh, Puguse God of Guardians. Is that really what it is?
Okay, yes, that's one of them. That's one
Oh,
of
that's one of
them.
them. Okay, I'm thinking females. I don't know.
It doesn't have to be a female. Just who do they look like?
Oh, I don't know.
Akka.
Aka?
Yeah, I see Akka a little bit. You don't see Akka?
I mean, now that you say it, I think so. Yeah. But
No
you had to tell
shot.
me for me to
That's
say. I don't know.
crazy. Nah, God of Guardians was the first one. God of
I see
Guardians
the
was
Aka because like the androgynous or like having being all muscly and being like kind of feminine at the same time. I don't know. It's like that's kind of like Aka-esque because like
yeah.
Aka is like kind of androgynous too.
Yeah, but the first thing I thought of was the
Play
God
the
of
lips too. Yeah.
Guardians. Akka came later. God of Guardians was my first one. I have heard your wish. Oh my god, they look so weird with those eyes. They almost look like they
Mm.
would be a Lopobia.
Mm.
Child. Lord Ark, are you the ones who seek to lift this girl's curse? Yes, we are. Very well. I shall heed your prayers. If you only. Oh no, they're doing the same thing. Wait, but this is so weird because Mago was doing it first, so who the fuck is this person? If you only pray for the girl's curse to be lifted for the next 5 minutes, I will grant your wish. Oh, so is Neo gonna fuck it up? Pardon? However, if even one of you wishes for something else, I shall grant that wish instead. Oh! I think this is how Neo got his wish. I think this is how Neo got it. I honestly think now Neo's gonna stay even regardless of Leo and stuff. I think Neo got his wish now. Like he can stay alive regardless of.
Maybe Neo is the reason why we have this cycle, because he's wishing for something that, like, it's like the monkey's paw
Yeah,
sort of
this is the
thing.
only way it could be possible
Let's
for
see.
them to keep going, for them
Yeah.
to loop. Maybe,
Hmm?
yeah. I don't know who that arc person is. Yeah, you know what's crazy? Because I never thought twice about that. I thought Mago was just being stupid.
I mentioned that. I mentioned that in our reading.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh shit, yo. Yeah, now it's Obrion, Mago, and Arc. So this person's actually like Arc, I guess. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of fuckery going on. What do you?
I just realized Jones' eyes look similar to the arc size, like the symbol.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, just a little different color there. Yeah, but the symbol is kind of the same. What do you? I am Arc the Savior. Those who pray to me shall find salvation. So, what are the chances Arc is a shining one now? I'm starting to think Arc is going to be a shining one.
Mm,
Now, what if the reason,
maybe.
yeah, what if the reason Joan is here is because Joan is like a thing from Arc to like farm them, right? Because it looks like I feel like all of them need to farm people, right? If they don't have Urek's power as a fuel source, and if they're a shining one, I guess they could get it in some other way. Maybe I might be stretching here. I might be wrong here. But what if Arc was made, or sorry, Joan was made by Arc to bait people and to trying to farm whatever she needs to farm? Which I would hope it's
It
not the
seems
same
like
thing as Mago, but
the shining ones are kind of like the devils from Chainsaw Man, where it's like they're stronger based off like their attribute, like how much people fear that attribute or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, it could be. Well, the more we see, the
Like,
more we'll definitely nail it down.
yeah, like
But
they feed off of something, essentially what you said.
exactly. I don't know if it's like, counter hope for all of them. I'm kind of just assuming that's just for Mago, but we'll see. You had to reread it 3 times to get. Well, let's. Thankfully, you're here for us then. I like the little pose Arc is doing here too. Arc really does look religious too. Now, their face looks so weird though. Also, their eyes are misaligned. Pray. Let's just do it. This is probably a part of the test. Oh, right. Nah, Neo's gonna be an asshole for this. Because at the end of the day, Adrian, do you really blame him? He's fake just like her, right? Like they're both fake. So at this point, it's every man for themselves. Because if you think about it like this, if Neo prays for her to like get lifted the curse, then he dies, potentially, right? But if he prays for himself to live and he fucks her, he gets to live, right? You're always gonna choose most of the time yourself over someone else, especially someone you don't even really know. Because I think Neo likes Rue more than he likes Joan, obviously. He already thinks like he already
Right.
knows she's fake. Which is weird how he was able to tell that, but I guess he logicked it out like he said. But anyway.
It's kind of crazy that like if it is true what you say that he's the one who ends up screwing John, then this would be the second time he does it because he did the same exact thing during Mago's like
Yeah,
wish
yeah,
working.
he didn't give a shit. It
Hmm.
wasn't just him, to be fair, though. To be fair, it wasn't just him that time.
You know, I mean, he did it twice, whereas like everyone else was the first time.
True. He's going to grant my wish? Look, this is definitely Akka. This is definitely Akka now. Come on. No, it's a trap. I have to pray for Jean's curse to be lifted. My wish. The thing that I really want. Yo, he's sweating. He's sweating. Adrian, are we gonna see her getting torched, bruh? Very well. I have heard your prayers. Jean. Yes, Divine One. You poor thing. Oh no! Jesus Christ, what
Did
happened to
Jean
their
just
lips?
exist to suffer in this story? Like, what is going on?
No, I feel like Jean is a bait. I feel like Ark put them there to farm. I feel like Jean is like a farming like thing, like a Venus flytrap.
Like she brings people
Yeah,
to
exactly.
to power up the shiny one.
Yeah, to power up Ark here, because Ark has to be getting
Mm.
something out of this, right?
Yeah.
Pardon? Once again, your curse has not been lifted. Oh no, look at her face! Nah, this is fucked
That's
up.
sad.
This is
To
fucked
add to the
up.
Venus flytrap part, the fact that they have the same eyes makes sense too. That like they're connected in
Exactly.
some way.
That's why I'm pushing it too, because like there's a lot of similarities here. And she's kind of like on autopilot too, because every time this happens, assuming she's the only fake one, I'm assuming the other ascetics are real, right? I'm assuming she's the only fake one, because remember, her one is burned into her, right? All the other ascetics, it's on their shirt. It's not really on them. It's burned into her, so I think she's a plant. I
Industry
don't
plan.
exactly. I don't understand. And as for you, spirit, Oh no. So it's gonna be like a Shenron thing. She's gonna say I can't grant or well he's gonna say I can't grant your wish the way it is, but I could do this instead. It's gonna be like, the next best thing, which is looping the floor maybe.
Yep.
I cannot grant your wish either. Oh. You see, this was the final test to see whether you truly wish to save this girl. Neo, did you wish for something else? Oh no, they're gonna know it's him! Also, you see the thing activating, by the way. I think the circle is activating, so it is a spell.
Now it's deactivating, I think.
Deactivating? It wasn't on before. I think it's activating
Yeah, well, you see
now.
some of the lights are coming off. Or maybe they're
I think
turning
they're turning
on.
on. I think they're turning
Oh,
on.
okay.
How could you? You lied to me. All you cared about was having your own wish granted. That's not what I was just... I wasn't. Nah. And then Rue's gonna look at it. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Adrian. What if no matter what they do, Jean gets lit on fire anyway?
I don't think the arc said she was gonna light Jean on fire.
No. Think about it. What if Neo didn't wish for this? Now, granted, he probably did. But what if no matter what, she gets lit on fire and then Ark feeds off like distrust or something?
Okay.
Now, we have to see if Neo's lying here or not. I don't know if we're going to see that. But if he's telling the truth and he actually wished to save her, then Ark could be potentially just using like Jean, like lighting her on fire, and then using that as whatever emotion that is or whatever to fuel her or to fuel himself. Neo. Like, look, Rue is disgusted. Why? Foolish humans. You can never let go of your greed when it truly matters. Everyone here shall now bear a curse as the price of your greed. Let these wounds be the final lesson this test imparts to you. Wait! Lord Ark, please! Oh no, Jean! Lord Ark! Oh no, and here it goes.
Test?
What happened?
This is a wild ass test to be on the floor of tests.
So I'm really questioning things, right? I'm trying to hold myself until we see more because at this point, something doesn't make sense here.
Mm-hmm.
How is Rue in here if the tower sent him because they were stuck?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, the tower only sent Rue because they were already, like, cursed to,
We don't even know if that's true about Rue. We just heard someone say, like, I think it was Evelyn who said, like, oh, maybe you're the reason to counter, like, the whole thing. Like, we didn't really see Rue's backstory, I don't think. So we don't know exactly what happened with him.
I guess that's true.
We just heard someone speculate it, that he might be the counter.
Yeah, who the fuck said
We
that
kind of ran with it.
Yeah, who the fuck said he was from the tower? Who said the tower created him?
I don't know. It was someone, maybe Urek or someone. I don't know.
Well, definitely can't be Urek. Urek doesn't know shit.
Okay.
Was it
Well,
John Liebert?
I don't. Nah.
Damn it. I know
It was like
someone
one of the
said it.
regulars. I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
I'm thinking maybe it was Evelyn, but I could be wrong.
How the fuck would Evelyn know?
I don't know. Yeah,
It was
maybe I'm wrong. Yeah,
it
I
was
don't know.
not Evelyn. It was definitely not Evelyn. Anyway. Oh god, I'm gonna feel so bad for her, man. My back! It hurts! And that could be taken a lot of different ways. No, please, help me! Someone help me! Please! Please! Jean! Oh my god, wait, she literally burned into nothing! Neo, why? Why did you do it? I... I... Neo! Stop! Neo! So he ran, feeling the searing pain as the curse. Oh, so he has it on his back too! The curse was etched into his body. So is he like Jean now too? You're not looking great. Oh no, here he is. Who are you? You bear a curse. How did you? A test has always existed in this castle. God, man. Pagoose is probably going to explain this after, but I'm getting confused by this shit. Like, this is like all over the place right now. One designed to probe human nature itself. I don't know who created it, head on, or someone else, but they had quite a twisted sense of humor. Did you really think that deity would grant your wish? Oh, you must never peer into chaos. Oh, I like John Liebert here. While in ignorance. You looked, and that's why you were cursed. Go down. I know you have a wish. The flower that can grant it is below. So I'm questioning why he didn't do it, why he didn't grant it. Also, he really looks like a priest here. So this is the flower. Ah, yes, the Mago erection flower. That created me. An illusion. See, did it create him, though? I don't know if it did. Oh, flower. I will not wish to move on to the next floor. I know that is impossible. But, oh, so did he create the loop here? If I were to wish for one thing, I want Rue to move past this floor. Wait, what? And please make sure. Oh, that explains it. Okay. Rue forgets everything about me. Then, I'll stay here forever. Damn, so he just felt bad. He actually felt bad. As a dead cat. Schrodinger's cat. So how does Rue end up coming back here then? Because I thought he was originally here from the tower. And maybe Mago can't outdo the tower? So maybe she granted part of the wish? Like she granted the part where, you know, Neo stays here, but maybe she couldn't overrule the tower's rules, which I don't know if she can or can't, because is she the one messing with the tower's rules and creating the loop? Is she not the one doing that? Is it Ark doing that? Who, like, at this point, man, who the fuck knows anything, man? Fuck. Neo! Neo! Rue. There you are. I've been looking for you everywhere. Ah, I'm sorry I ran off. I was a little surprised, but I'm glad you're okay. I really wanted Jean to have her wish. But yours matters to me too. Oh my god, he doesn't have his hat. Dude, whenever he doesn't have his hat, I swear to god, I'm reminded of, who's Deng Deng's friend? What the fuck was his name? Louis. He reminds me of Louis. No matter what it was, I understand why you did what you did. You are truly kind. It's almost like someone sent you to be my friend. I wanted to climb the tower with you, Rue. I wanted to travel wherever we wanted. Laugh, talk, and even be afraid of the unknown future together. That was what I wished for. Oh my god, that is so cool. We can still do it. Let's go finish the test. So Rue doesn't know Neo's fake. We'll pass together and... I can't. I'm just an illusion. What? Rue, I'll stay here and remember you forever. But you need to forget me and go on. What are you talking about? Why would I do that? So, you know what I'm questioning, Adrian? At this point, it's literally like a trifecta, right? Obviously, we saw Arc curse Neo, right? We saw Arc curse Neo with the X. Now, what does that curse do? Does that just make him feel pain? Does that make him loop the thing? Is Arc the one doing the loop? Is Mago the one doing the loop? What does the X do? What is Arc's curse? Who the fuck knows?
What does anything do? Yeah.
Exactly. We don't know who's responsible for what at this point, right? And now that Neo wished for Rue to go forward, does that wish overpower the tower sending him here? Did the tower really send him here at this point? Does Mago overpower the tower sending him here if it did send him here? Like, holy fuck, there's so many fucking questions that I don't know what is what anymore. Like, there's
Like,
no
who's
clarity.
the main character here? Like, I thought it was Rue, and now it's Neo, and
I mean, I don't care about
Urek,
that. They
and-
could both be the main character. I don't mind. I don't mind seeing the side characters.
Well, I mean, like, what's the significance of Rue now? Like, him being like the chosen one, or like, I don't understand it.
Bro, we're just gonna have so many questions.
And how was he able to get past the reversal?
The reversal? I don't know.
Maybe we can explain that already, because didn't Mago mention that it's like it's against your will or whatever? So does Rue
Yeah, but
have no will?
no, I don't
He
think
can
that.
take other people through too, which doesn't make sense.
I think the main thing that could explain that is he is sent from the tower and the tower overpowers them.
Hmm.
I think. Because
What
if
is it
that's
being sent from the tower? Is he the only being that was sent from the tower? Like, what are these? Like, is he a person or
I
is he
don't know.
also artificial?
I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. And at this point, I can always say, okay, maybe the tower implanted him with memories. The tower didn't tell him. And then our question would be, well, damn, why is he so weak? Why did the tower make him strong? It certainly can, right? We've seen the tower do, like, you know, strong things. So, man, what the fuck? Let's keep reading. Why would I do that? I'll never forget you, no matter what happens. I promise I'll remember you too, Neo. So what if now Rue is making a wish to Mago? What if it's because, like, what if in front of Mago, like, she takes that as a wish?
Okay, this could be the loop. This could be the loop because Neo wants him to come out, but Rue wants to stay with him. Like, there's something going on here where I think I see a loop happening, or like some sort of paradox if both of their wishes come true, right?
But what overpowers what then? Because they're opposite.
Yeah, I don't know. I need like a piece of paper. I need to write this shit down.
Oh my god, we need to see
It's
what's
too much
going on here.
information.
Yeah, this is crazy. I see. Thank you, my friend. Oh! Oh!
No way. So we got so many Tog references here, and now we even got the workshop battle.
The beta! Oh my god, why is John
Literally had
Lieber
hidden
doing
floor,
this?
like hidden floor this chapter, and now we got freaking beta. Crazy.
Dude, I love the references, man. And it's out of nowhere too, like this really is out of nowhere. Bruh. You... And John Lieber does not give a shit, yo. And again, he doesn't look evil. He's a very nice villain because he doesn't look evil. Rue! Rue! No! Wake up! But what about my wish? Oh, did I not tell you? That flower doesn't grant your wish. It actually counters it. Oh, shit! Basically, you got the opposite of what you wished for. Oh! Oh! So Rue's gonna be stuck here forever.
Okay. So that's how the loop happens.
Yeah! Wow! That's fucked up! What?
Well, so Mago really is responsible for the loop then.
Yeah.
So
Well,
why?
we'll see.
I
We'll
mean,
see. We'll see. Let's not
okay.
jump. Let's not jump ahead of ourselves. Oh man. Oh, I'll kill you. I don't think you could do that, Neo. Sadly. Oh no. Oh no. What is he doing to Neo, yo? And that was the end of the test. I like how he's calmly explaining this to Urek, and Urek isn't even getting angry or anything. Like, Urek's not getting angry that, like, he fucked with his boys, even though it was in a previous loop, but... Oh, Brian. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I spoke too soon. You. When Neo learned that Rue was on the island of ascetics, he begged Leo to let him enter the test again, hoping he could lift Rue's curse. But he encountered an incredibly powerful opponent in his next test, and all his companions were killed. He never gave up, but he couldn't break the curse until Urek showed up, yo! So, wait, if Neo retains his memories, right? At that point, once Urek shows up, Neo kind of knows, like, okay, it's good, like, it's over. Because Urek is just blasting through everything like no one else has. Basically, Neo knows, like, Urek is the monkey wrench. Also, fuck that -1, man. That shit don't count. Anyway,
Also, if we're in a loop, how do other people get brought into the loop?
I guess they just fall. So,
Like, is it not a closed system?
no. So, it's a loop, but outside of it, time still passes normally, I would assume, right? So, more people can come in, and then I guess if they go near the area, or if they go near
They can't
here,
come out.
yeah, then they can't. It's like a bubble, right? Once you go in,
Hmm.
then you can't go out. I'm assuming
So that's
that's what
why
it
that's
is.
maybe that's why the pockets weren't working when they were
Yeah,
trying to send messages.
yeah. Like once you're in there, it's done. Like you're fucked. Maybe. Which also seems, weird because Rue was able to get out, right? Rue is the only one who could get out because remember, I'm assuming that entire island, no one else could get out. But at that
Hmm.
point,
But based off the wish, shouldn't
how?
he not be
how
able to?
wait,
Right?
hold on though. Wait, how did that other ascetic get out? The loser one,
Um.
because he got out too. Remember, it was Rue and the other one who got out. Rue getting out makes sense because he nullifies it. Unless Rue was touching the other one, which I don't think he was when they broke out or whatever, right? How the fuck did the
The
other
other
one get
one,
out?
was he in prison?
I don't.
I don't think he was ever imprisoned.
I
I
don't
haven't
think
really been
so.
keeping track of the other ascetics, so it's hard for me to answer this question.
Huh. He knows he dies over and over. Neo remembers the actual regulars test and failing over and over, but Rue doesn't. So I'm assuming Rue doesn't remember that because of Neo's thing, right? He wanted Rue. Well, at that point, Mago granted half of the wish, then, right? Mago granted the part where Rue doesn't remember him. She just didn't grant the part where he moves on to the next floor. So Mago's just being an asshole. You would think if it did the complete opposite thing, then Rue would always remember him and wouldn't be able to go to the next test. Because that's the opposite of both of those. But it seems like only one of those happened to be the opposite. The other one kind of, I guess, went through, which is weird. Which shouldn't be how it works, honestly, but it's very weird. It seems that once someone fails Ark's test and is cursed, they can never reach Ark again. Damn! That aesthetic got washed away from Lapis, or from Lapis washed away to the Crown Game area. Keep in mind the whole land bridge thing. Okay, so that land area was in the area, I guess, then? But at that point, how the fuck would everyone else leave then? This is so weird, man. Ugh. But this test was different. For one, you entered the tower, Urek. Yeah, so Neil must have noticed instantly this is not, like, the same loop anymore. And whether by coincidence or design, Rue happened to join the test again. For Neo, it was another chance. He probably begged Mago to let him meet Ark again. Funny, isn't it? Don't worry about Ascetic B. Wow! Poor Ascetic B, man. I don't even remember if he had a name either. Do I even have him on the tier list? I don't think I do. Do I? I don't even think I do. He didn't even make it on there. Wow. Yeah, Ascetic B is crazy. All three of them were nothing but illusions. Oh, Brian. Oh no, he's smiling. What? Like, is he not scared of Urek? Oh no, Urek is upset. Yeah, listen, I care about the characters who are losers because believe it or not, I consider myself a loser sometimes. This is where like I feel bad for the little guy, right? Because obviously we have Bomb, the main character, and everyone cares about them, but there's so many people who are not standoutish and who are not like, main characters, and no one cares about them, and I think that's really sad, right? Because why would you care about them? They're nothing. But I just feel bad for them because I feel like a lot of us are like that. We're not all main characters, sadly. Not everyone could stand out. I'm going to kill you. Oh yeah. He's telling him try it. I don't know if you should say that. But honestly, I mean, if he's confident, I think John Liebert's not stupid, right? And even Mago kind of mentioned this too, right? Mago even was like telling Urek, like, oh, hopefully you can kill me this time. Like, she was kind of doubtful that he even could do it. So that kind of implies like either A, Urek is messing around, or Urek just can't do it. Which doesn't make sense though, because his light, unless he's just weakened that much, his light I think should be able to do it, right? Oh yeah, and I figured that too, Bagusta. I figured Obrion was probably like around longer since he's walking around and Mago is still sleeping, so maybe he is stronger. Okay, well let's see. Will Urek finally meet his match? Let's see. Oh, is Obrion like? Oh my God, Urek is just flinging his ass. So is Obrion biting off more than he could chew? I guess your last beating wasn't enough of a wake-up call for you. Don't be ridiculous. As you're well aware, I wasn't in fighting shape last time. Okay, this is gonna be hard. This is
Urek.
no way. No way, yo. Wake up. You can't beat me, no matter what shape you're in. Yo! Oh, this is hype. This is hype. Oh, he got the Wing Chun! He
No, I
got
was
the
about to
Wing
say the same
Chun!
thing.
And Eric has got the Street Brawler ready, yo. And guess what? We're about to get cucked too, man. We're about to get
Mhm.
fucking cucked! Oh my
Watch
god!
the Dragon Ball Z fight.
You know what this reminds me of? It's not even Dragon Ball Z is accurate, right? But have you ever seen that Nintendo commercial with Reggie?
I have.
Bro, it's like
Is
that where they're just fighting with what is the guy's name? Satoru
that for
Iwata?
arms or something? Like what game was that for?
I don't know if it was for a game. I think it was just
I thought it was for
advertising
arms.
Nintendo shit.
Oh, okay.
Because it was
Fair enough.
Reggie fighting the president of Nintendo. I don't know if it was
Yeah, it was
Satoru
like the
Iwata.
American Nintendo versus like Japan Nintendo.
Yeah, they were just punching and shit. That shit was so funny because their faces were just like serious. All right, they're fighting. Oh, and O'Brien's getting into the face. Oh, but so is Urek. Okay, damn. So far they seem to be kind of even, unless that's blood.
Mm-hmm.
Unless that's Obrion's blood, but I'm not too sure here. Oh man, man, that's exciting, yo! Urek is pissed. Urek is pissed, Adrian. I like this a lot. He scratched Urek's brow. Is that? I thought that might have been blood from Obrion getting punched, but honestly, yeah, it's more likely that that's Urek's blood. Listen, if a princess is able to scratch him, Obrion better damn well be able to scratch him. But anyway, this was good. This was good. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. I like the ending a lot. Like, dude, I have been waiting. Now, obviously, at the end, and I have to point this out, right? I want Urek to be OP, but I want Urek to also get serious. And the one thing I don't like is the fact that the princess scratched Urek, right? I do not like that because that really takes away from it. Either extremely glazes the princess, which I don't think is the case, or it really downplays Urek, which is obviously the case. It's the same thing for what they did with oh god, what the fuck is his name? Who's the leader of Fug, man? Fuck.
Um.
Luzlek.
Luzlek, yeah.
Yeah. It's what they kind of did with Luzlek, where I feel like they downplayed Urek, but this is where thank you, Pagoose, but I got it this time. But this is where like, man, I don't like this is where I don't know if it's a bad thing they're doing or if it's like not consistent. It might be an inconsistency here. where again, right? I literally keep saying it. That's like the theme of this whole chapter. SIU's weaknesses a little bit, but I hope Urek does get challenged a little bit, but I hope at the end of the day he still comes out at top. And it's kind of contradictory, right? I like OP characters who can't be beat, but by the same logic, I do want them to be not struggling hardcore, but at least getting a little challenge to where they can like aura farm or like have a hype moment. I like hype moments, and sadly, you can't get too hype if it's just one-shotting everything. And this is where even in One Punch Man they do this, right? Saitama isn't one-punching everything. Now, granted, could he? Maybe. But there's times where either A, he's holding back, or B, he needs to ramp up. At the end of the day, you know Saitama's not going to lose. No matter what, I highly doubt he will ever lose. But it's getting to the point now where, especially in the future fights, he's not ending things in one punch. It takes a couple, either, again, A, because he's not serious, or B, he needs to get serious, right? Well, that's the same thing, but he needs to scale up a little bit. But either way, I hope that's the case with Urek. I'm a little scared, though, and this is where they have set the chessboard up well here, where Urek is weakened, number one. Number two, he got part of his light stolen just now. Not a big part, but still a part nonetheless. And number three, this guy has been awake for a while. So they are making it believable and they're doing it well. But I'm just saying they're teetering a fine line here, which is a little scary. And the line they're teetering is Urek not being OP. But with one of the tags being OP main character, I doubt this will last long. We're just gonna have to see Urek kind of try. But either way, we can live in a world where somehow Tog Season 2 anime had better animation than One Punch Man Season 3. Yeah, listen, I don't want to, like, think about either of those. Well, one is definitely better than the other. And I haven't even seen One Punch Man Season 3 because, like I said, ever since I've been employed, I don't watch shows. It is just a tragedy that both of those things, which are close to my heart, got shattered on animation-wise. It is just tragedy. I don't even want to, like, think about either of them being worse than the other. I want both of them to be beautiful, but they're both ass, sadly. Just one is less ass than the other. But, man, I'm excited, but I'm a little scared. I hope they don't make Urek not OP. Like, does he need to struggle a little bit? Sure. I think he should struggle, but at the end of the day, I want him to turn up and start just clapping cheek. Like, that's what I want. But either way, what did you think, Adrian? Any opinions you got? What are you thinking about this?
I thought it was a pretty good chapter. I'm glad that we had the fight scene at the end. It kind of snaps you out of your stupor because like we were just asking so many questions. We're like, okay, let's get back to the fighting. It like makes me forget all like the thoughtfulness, which is kind of like a cool change of pace. But I'm hoping. I don't know, like I think the Goose mentioned at some point he had to reread this chapter 3 times. I feel like I might have to do the same because like I haven't been picking up every single detail, and I guess once you read it the first time, it's like you kind of know what to expect. When you read it the second time, maybe it's a little easier to understand.
I think we need to sound it, and also maybe in the future it'll get further explained. Maybe
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like maybe it's not even it's like wasted effort to like go into too much depth. Yeah, that's true.
Like, you never know. Like, right now,
we're in kind of again, or they just explain it for you, or like break it down for you in another chapter. So it's like, why does it even matter?
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting. I'll probably reread this chapter anyways in my free time if I.
Yeah, I mean, it's a quick reread. It's one chapter anyway. It's not like it's long, but yeah, I was assuming that too. Like, we probably are gonna find out more, most likely. So I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna digest it, wait, and I know better than to ask too many questions. I mean, I'll ask them, but I know better than to expect too many answers. So that's where I'm at. But overall, this was a good chapter. I'm very happy with this. I'm very, very happy with this. I think it was a great, like, I don't mind that we didn't get fighting. I just mind that what we got was very confusing. Usually Tog isn't that confusing. I don't mind it to be confusing if it's set up right. And this is the problem with doing a chapter a week here. Before, we would get 3 chapters, we get more of like a whole picture all at once. Now we're just getting a very small piece when, again, next chapter they might just explain this. Who knows, right? And we mentioned that last time too, where it's like, it's going to be a little bit of a shift, at least for me, to get things piecemeal. Oh my god, I love Jean so much. I want to protect her, man. I don't want her to get on fire. Although I really do think, like, she's fake to test people. Like, she is literally part of the test. I think the test is her seeing if you're like not a greedy person or not. So we'll see if that ever gets confirmed. But it was SIU's attempt at a time paradox story. Yeah, this is hard. I mean, time paradoxes are very, very hard in general. because you have to make up how time works, and we as humans don't even understand fully how time works. So
Yeah.
it's hard. It
Whenever I
is
think
hard.
of a time paradox, I think of
ReZero.
obviously oh, you said ReZero.
Yeah.
That's a fair example. I was gonna say Steins Gate.
Oh yeah, that's the older one.
Steins Gate's one of the best examples because like it's literally like the whole story is the time stuff. So like they put a lot of effort into it.
Oh
I think
yes.
another minor example would be like Future Diary a little bit.
I haven't seen Future Diary, but I know kind of what goes on in it.
Yeah, it has some time shit going on.
Yeah, one big one too that I will highly recommend to people. I actually have a review of it on my YouTube, free of spoilers, by the way. It's from the same creator as ReZero. The same guy made this, and it's, in my opinion, more quicker, more condensed ReZero, but with a cooler, like a cooler twist on the time thing. Like, I don't want to spoil too much. I want people to go into it blind, but it's called Summertime Rendering. Summertime Rendering is an absolutely goated show, very similar to ReZero, but in my opinion, better because there's a lot of frustration that comes with time powers and looping and stuff. And this show felt like, okay, let's take that and let's improve on it and let's like make it better and take out the frustration. I was like, wow. Because a lot of time paradoxes, time loops and stuff, what is the main thing that keeps happening that we get annoyed at as fans? It's the fact that the character has to keep going through the same thing. Okay, I talk to these people, I tell them I'm going through the same thing, I have to convince them it's true. They're convinced. I know how long it's going to take to convince them because I've done this 5 times, but now I got to do it a 6th time.
Like when you
It's
forget to save your game, and you
exactly.
gotta restart a bunch of shit.
Yeah. In Summertime Rendering, I feel like a lot of these issues are sort of tackled in a very, very smart way.
I know
So
exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
it's very
I
good.
saw that one too. You know, it's funny. I actually saw that because I watched your video
I
on it. I
know,
was
you
like, "Let me
told
check this
me.
shit out."
You told me.
I
And you
really
liked
enjoyed
it,
it. It was a
right?
lot of fun. Yeah, it was good.
It was very good. I really liked it. Granted, I was watching it with Jayla,
The
but still.
ending is kind of crazy though. Like I
I almost got very
mm,
sad. I almost
I
got very
much
sad.
rather enjoyed the beginning, but like part of the reason I didn't like the ending is because like the
It
story
ramped
had to
up.
end. Yeah,
It
it
ramped up
ramped up
very
for sure, but like
fast.
yeah, I kind of miss like the simple beginnings. You know what I mean? Like where you're just trying to figure out like what the hell is going on.
Yeah, I mean, eventually you're gonna know what's going on, and then it
Yeah.
shifts. But
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is.
Still great. Yeah. Crazy that like not that many people know about it too. Like it kind of fell under the radar. Like I've
Oh
never
yeah,
heard of it until
until
you
I did
told
it.
me
Yeah,
about
I
it.
mean, I
Yeah.
never knew it until Jalik recommended it to me. But
Yeah.
Boost is
I looked up
asking,
some videos too. They said that like it fell under the radar because of like some sort of like thing with Netflix or something like that. I think they did it with Netflix or something like that. I forget what it was, but I watched a video where some guy explained why it fell under the radar.
oh wow.
There's like some sort of reason for it.
So Pagoost wants to know also, are you still enjoying Monster? Are you still watching it?
I am. I am still watching. It's getting good,
Ooh,
man. Ooh.
what are you up to?
I haven't made much progress, but I'm like up to like chapter, what was it, episode 20 now? Because I told you the anime website shit themselves, so like because they shit themselves, I know I could find another one, but like I'm kind of like I want to wait till the one that I'm using right now is like
You know for
good.
sure. You know for sure.
Yeah, but I'm
Mm.
thinking I should probably just get a new one and like continue watching. But that's basically what stumped me. I've been
Mm.
trying to watch it, but like I went to watch it on my site because I
Okay.
was comfy there.
You just torrent the box set. Believe it or not, Pagoost, as much as we like using the seven C's here, you know what that means. I would highly I have never downloaded anything. I don't
Neither have
trust
I.
downloading. I
Yeah,
don't
that is
trust
like
that.
something I've always been afraid of.
That's past the thing for me. I do not like, I'll watch it sure, but downloading I'm too scared. I can't do it personally. It's too much. And also officially, legally, do not pirate. Support official means pay officially. Webtoon, pay them too. Don't look at illegal copies. Don't do anything. Everything
Yep.
above the board, legal, pay official. Go official.
Yeah. I love Disney. I love copyright law.
Yes, I
I love Donald Trump.
I love DMCA.
Yeah, I love DMCA. YouTube too.
And China and Israel. I love everything. I love all those things. They're all
They're
great.
all great people.
Yep. Yep. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. So anyway, with all that, overall, I mean, do you want to rate the chapter? I mean, we could do like an out of 10 rating, a good, great, amazing, okay. How do you want to do
Um,
this? If you even want to do this.
I guess out of 10, I'll give it like I think like a 7. And a big reason for that, like obviously like it's a little lower because like the confusion and stuff like that, but a big
Uh-huh.
thing I like is just how much content we got out of this chapter. Like I
Oh,
don't
like a
feel
lot.
like yeah, like for a single chapter, this is a good amount of stuff to chew on for sure. So I
Okay.
respect that. And the ending was great.
Mm.
Um yeah, we got some more context, a lot of questions, but like definitely some things answered a little bit more. We're making progress.
I
So
was gonna say that too. I was gonna say even though I was confused, I did get a better understanding of previous things. So
yeah, yeah.
also, if you have Netflix, it's on there. Monsters on Netflix.
Oh yeah, I do actually have it. I might as well, yeah, I might as well just start there.
There you go. Easy peasy. So moving on to me for the review, just to be different from Adrian, not to say Adrian did something, not good, right? But just to be different and let him have his own thing, I will rate it based on vibe. So not out of 10. I think this was pretty good. Great, I don't know. Amazing, not really. But I think it was pretty good. I'm happy. I'm happy with it. It's pretty good. That's my rating. And I guess that's pretty much it for the reading and the chapter. So we went for about almost 2 hours, which is honestly quite surprising. I didn't think we would go for this long, but that's okay. However long it needs to be is how long it is. This was a 6 out of 10 considering the set of 4 chapters that were before this. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the set before this was okay, but I'm not crazy about the fighting. I'm a little let down with the Edwan v Mago thing. The ending was cool, some of the fight was cool, but I feel like it's just not a family head fight to me. It's really, really below that. Like,
What was your favorite part of the fight? Like, what was your highlight of the fight,
my
if you could
highlight
pick
of the
one?
fight?
Hmm.
I would just say it's hard to pick a specific moment. I'll tell you what I really like though, if I could like narrow it down to something. It's just Edwan being Edwan. Like Edwan's like, yeah, I wanna get hurt. Like it's not your blood I'm gonna spill. We're both gonna spill our blood. Like he's including himself in there, and then he's stopping. He's taking a drink. He's throwing the fucking Marlin Gigante, and it's spearing him, and he's okay with that. Like it's just Edwan's craziness. Like I really like the way Edwan acts. Like he's just a fucking animal. Like that's how some like white shit would act. Like that's how white would be. Except even worse, like white doesn't want to really get hurt. He likes the thrill of battle, but he's not like sadistic. Like this motherfucker. Well, sadistic is the wrong term. Masochistic. Fucking Edwin is masochistic. Like he wants to feel it. He's crazy. Like
I mean, the family heads are just locked in their rooms all day, never really seeking a challenge, or
yeah,
never really
but
having to
I
face a
don't.
challenge.
I don't think all of them want a challenge. Look at
They were
look at
once
Trauma
adventurers,
Eye.
if you really consider it. Like they were all
Yeah,
kind of
true.
adventure type people.
Maybe they want adventure. I don't think they want pain. Edmond wanted pain.
Hmm.
Like I don't think Eurasia's out here trying to like experience pain. Maybe they
I
want.
mean,
Maybe they
everyone's
all want
like a
adventure.
different demon, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like bruh. Yuri versus Kraka and Jinsung versus Calvin ruin rank or scale. They do. Honestly, they do. I think, and I'm
But
not
I like
blaming.
those fights.
I know I like them too, but why do we like them? They're huge. They're aura
Yeah.
farming. This was not really much aura farming. I mean, there was some. Don't get me wrong. There was some. But again, the scale is so minuscule, and that's not necessarily to say they're like not as powerful, right? And this is where this reminds me of a Bleach scene, right? I'm not gonna spoil too much, but in Bleach there was a character, there was a villain who had like a gigantic sword and was like, swinging it around. They're like, yeah, my sword's so big because this is how much spiritual pressure I have. And then the good guy came in, stopped the sword, and then showed his sword, and it was like a small sword. And the good guy was like, "Oh, do you really think the size matters? You could just compress the spiritual pressure and still have more, but have your sword be tiny." Basically, TLDR, I was like, "Oh, the size doesn't matter too much. You could still be strong and have it like condensed." And I was like, "Man, fuck that shit. The big shit is cool too, but yeah, how do you scale without blowing up the building?" But it's not just that, right? It's the fact that like a family head is not like in my opinion the thing that would have made this so much aura, and this is kind of the thing they do in Fate, right? In Fate they do the characters extremely well. I'm not going to say how for spoilers sake, but I'll give you an example of what Fate would kind of do. Edwin showing up on the floor is instantly cloudy, Edwan fighting, there is a huge lightning storm, and Edwan is not purposefully doing this, right? This is just happening because of his power. Edwan is fighting, there's just massive lightning going off in the clouds everywhere, just passively, naturally, because he just has so much aura. Now, again, maybe SIU doesn't want that for the family heads, even though in the jihad system they kind of want that. He was incognito. I guess maybe he was hiding it, sure, but even then, I mean, their attacks did not look crazy. Like, even just going back to the Traumarai v, like, Gustang fight, it's really, really hard to, like, say, going from that to Edwan is like, okay, look at the scale there. Look at what they were doing. Even with some of their regular attacks, it was, look at when they were in the fucking marriage arc, right? When they were in the marriage arc, they were spawning like Gilgamesh, Gate of fucking Babylon levels of items, huge amounts of items, just tossing it at each other like it's a fucking infinite spree. And then this motherfucker got a fucking Morning Star. Okay, I guess he has two, but like, it's, I don't know. I don't know, man. I think like it was massively downgraded to what I would expect any fight from a family head would look like. This to me looked like I even struggle to say it was high ranker at best. At best. Also, Auntie, you cannot be in here. You everything I just said is stuff you cannot
So,
hear. You cannot
what
be
is
here.
your favorite? What is your favorite dogfight then?
Ew, oh God, that's hard.
I
I
already know
always
mine.
I always say like I struggle to say these things. Auntie, you cannot even ask this question. You cannot stay here because you're already hearing too much stuff that you're not supposed to hear. You cannot stay here. Like you need to leave because I can't even like say what I want to say now because you're here. You already probably heard too much. But when Traumer showed up to the nest, he appeared like he was. It's too bright and turn off all the lights. See, exactly, bro. Like the only hope I have is that Edwan is like being saved. That's the only hope I have because this was a massive deglaze for him IMO. Like this is what I would imagine a high ranker is capable of. If you told me a high ranker did these things, I could believe it. I could not believe a family head would be this level. And that's a bad thing. Viol versus Data Jihad for you or Viol versus Elaine? Oh, dude, there's so many good fights. I don't know. I think the most hyped fight for me, because again, I can't say there was ever a fight I liked that was done choreographed, right? Because I think a lot of the fights in Tog just aren't that good, like choreographically. Lore wise, I think they're great sometimes, but the actual fight itself, I don't really care. It's just, hey, my attack looks cool and it's stronger. There's not really much more to it most of the time. But Data Jihad versus Viol was a huge one. Like, I was shocked they ever even fought. I was very shocked by that. The only other one I could say that probably comes up is Bomb v White. Bomb v White was a huge one I was just waiting for because Bomb
The
was like,
dark twist.
yeah, Bomb just had enough. Oh, actually, you know what? You know what? Nah. You know what it was? Dumas. It has to be Dumas.
What?
This
Wait,
is
which fight though?
the
The fights
third
involved.
one. The third
Okay.
one. Because at this point, Adrian, you would think by main character logic, okay, you fight him, you don't win. You fight him a second time, more likely than not, the main character wins the second time. Bomb lost again. The third time, you're thinking, okay, Bomb is getting so many buffs, right? Like, he's learning to do this, he's learning to do that, he's tapping into this, he's tapping into that, he's like focusing, he's getting like traumatized fucking power with Leviathan. He's getting everything. And Dumas is still manhandling him. Like, like this is unheard of. Even by like Bomb standards, this is unheard of. When Dumas beat Bomb's ass that many times, and it was not a soft beating. It was a bad beating. Yeah, you know what? Nah, it was definitely Bomb versus Dumas. Because that one, like the choreography was good because it was just so violent. He grabbed Bomb and he twisted him. Like, yeah, you like Dark Twist? Here's real twist. And he fucking snapped his fucking neck. Like, bruh. Like, I was like, I was scared. I was like, is Bomb okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't. Like,
Yeah.
that was the wildest shit for me. That was the wildest fucking shit for me, man. Oh my god. That has to be my favorite fight. Bomb v Dumas. Now that I'm thinking about it, I can confidently say Bomb v Dumas. But the other ones are good. Bomb v, Data Jihad is good, and then Bomb v White is good too. But Dumas is above
Mhm.
those.
Yeah, I feel like SEU was very experimental with that fight too, especially the last fight where like they kind of had like a narrator, like a Hunter x Hunter narrator type thing, where it was explaining what was going on from like a third party perspective.
Oh yeah, and I love that. A lot of people
That was
sometimes
pretty
don't like
interesting.
that though.
I like that aspect of it. That was probably my favorite aspect of the fight, but I don't know. I didn't really like that fight that much. I expressed my uh
Your opinions.
dislike of it. Yeah, my opinions of it just because of
Oh,
shoot, I don't remember
Guy
exactly
Nista.
what I said, but it had something to do with what was it? It just felt like too much Deus Ex Machina, I guess. I don't know.
I
It felt weird.
guess.
Like it felt very forced.
Yeah.
Like in my head, like Bomb should have still lost to Dumas or something. I don't know. It was weird.
Hmm.
It just felt like because it was under such a short period of time, all the fights, like it was just back to back to back.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Wasn't a huge fan of it.
I mean, I loved it. Again, the fights, I'm not too crazy about how they looks most of the time, but just
Dogfight was a little crazy.
yeah, lore wise, I just think it's so crazy. Like, oh, hold on. Okay, anyway, I'm back.
One that we haven't mentioned that I think needs an honorable mention, well, at least for me personally, is Yuri versus
Karaka?
Yuri
Oh,
versus
Pedro? Not
that was
Pedro.
actually a pretty good one because she does like the red velvet sword, which is kind of sick. That was pretty good.
I thought it was just the nuking fists.
What was it? Pobadao Tiara
Oh,
versus
Tiara.
Tiara. Yeah,
How
that's
you
what
forget
the goose read my
Tiara?
mind.
Well,
I don't know.
granted,
I'm thinking about so many things right now. Dude,
granted, we
the
forget Adori a
panels,
lot, but
the panels were so good during that fight. Like for season 3 art, like that was peak season 3 art. I think like her running from all the explosions and shit like that. I also like
I
how it
don't
was a
know.
fight where Yuri really couldn't do anything to Tiara. Like she was really struggling. It was one of the few times we actually saw like Yuri struggle because usually she has things settled. Like she's the type of character where it's like she already has the upper hand before the fight has started. And yeah, Pagoose, a perfect example of an indoor fight. Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like SEU's kind of pivoting towards this sort of fighting style, I think. And if he wants to calibrate all of his fights to kind of match that sort of energy, where it's like how Pagoose said, like an indoor fight with
That fight was better than
that
Ed
fight,
One.
and also the Ed One fight and stuff. Like I think that's a good step to like that. I think that's a step in the right direction. And then just save like the big explosion stuff for like how we saw with Family Head versus Family Head or something like that. Like I think that's a good direction for the story.
Listen, that's fine and all, but at the end of the day, you don't necessarily need big explosions to like show power. My problem is the Yuri versus Tiara fight was way cooler, way better, way more varied than the Edwan versus Mago fight. And again, it could be because he does, SIU just doesn't want to like use Edwan too much here, right? I want to
Yeah,
save
he's
Edwan
holding his
maybe for
cards
later.
tight to his chest. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it
But
definitely felt like that because Edwin felt like he still had a lot more in the tank, despite visibly
but
looking destroyed by
yeah,
Mago.
it's weird too because like after the fight, everyone was tired, and it's like, damn, like, are you kidding me? How is he
Yeah,
tired after just that? Which again is kind of glazed towards Mago, I guess, but it just feels very weird how like his
yeah, it
lightning
feels
core was just
satisfying.
dominating her.
Hmm.
It's very
Yeah,
weird.
I think you could have came out with the same like result, but like done it a better way. You know what I mean? Like they could have done that fight way better and still ended up like with a similar result, like Edwin winning and maybe being exhausted, or maybe not, or whatever.
Yeah, like
I don't
Edwin's
know.
stuff just really felt very bare bones. Like, okay, I'm going to hit you with my weapon. Maybe the weapon's
Yeah.
powerful, sure, but it's very boring. It was a very, very boring fight until he used like the ending stuff. Like, even his
Mhm.
weapons, like, yeah, sure, they look cool, but again, at the end of the day, are they just
Yeah.
stronger? That's
For
it. Okay.
me, the what carried that fight in my opinion was like the banter between them. Like they kind of had like a bit of a thing together. Like they kind of had like some sort of agreement. I don't know. I think they both like enjoyed the fight. You know,
Remember, he would
to some
stop, he
extent.
would drink, he would
He
talk.
would drink.
Hmm.
Freaking Maga would talk shit about him, like, "Oh look, I can see too," like pretending that he had her little
They
eyeball
would
thing.
shit talk. Yeah, they would shit
Yeah,
talk each other.
and Maga and was constantly like countering his shit too. Like there was a lot of shit talk that I enjoyed a lot about the fight. I think that was what I liked the most, to be honest.
Yeah,
The banter.
the lore
Hmm.
aspect of it, not the actual fight.
Yeah, you know what? That's a great way to put it because we love our Tog lore.
Yep. The fights, they're okay. The lore, the best. Yeah, I mean, we didn't get to see him go all out, but you have to question, was that one of Edwan's, like, last resort abilities, right? Because, again, afterward, he said, like, he would have been in trouble, right? If he didn't, like, solve it then and there. How much do we trust people in Tog, though? Because look at Urek, right? Urek always says that. Like, I hate Urek sometimes because the fact that these people like Luzlek, and listen, no disrespect to Luzlek, Luzlek should not have been able to do anything to Urek though. If we're dealing with this kind of stuff, like, I'm sorry, man, Luzlek cannot touch these family heads. There's no way. Like, there's no way. I don't believe it. But after the Sedwan fight, maybe I do believe it. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
maybe like to give Edwin the benefit of the doubt. I mean, it's obvious he had more like abilities that he could have used, but I'm thinking that the reason he didn't reveal them is just because they wouldn't have worked against Mago.
I was gonna
Because
say Mago's just a hard matchup.
yeah, like
It's
Mago's
a hard
matchup
matchup.
just makes
Yeah.
it such that he had to hyper focus on one ability that drains his, his mana or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, a lot of
So
his like tools probably wouldn't have worked, so he
yeah.
just didn't use them, most likely.
Mhm.
That's why
So,
I like Mago. Mago is very hard to deal with. It's very cool.
yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy too. I do believe that too, because I'm telling you, I think they just didn't do Edwan great here. And for whatever reason it is, it doesn't matter. It just didn't end out too well
He
to
didn't, he
me.
didn't feel like I'd want, besides like, the vocabulary and the way he talks is,
That
the
was
way,
definitely Edwan. That was definitely
yeah.
him.
I thought he'd be like more martial artsy kind of, you know what I mean? Like,
He's a spear
more,
bearer. He's supposed to be long range.
I don't know. Well, okay. Let me phrase that better. More like Ran, maybe, like kind of like fighting, but also shifting in between like throwing spears too. I don't know. Like I really like the way Rand fights, and I like the way that they showed Mashni fighting in Urek too. Like how she's like close and far range. Like she applies pressure in both like ranges when she was fighting Asa. Like I really like that sort of aspect, even though it was a very short fight. Like
Yeah,
that was done pretty well. Like they could have done something similar to Edwan
I
and
agree.
just like leveled it up, but they didn't.
I
So
agree. And Bagusa's bring up a good point too. He just never used ice. He never used the other elements. Like, he
yeah.
really was holding himself. And again, is the question like, he obviously has it because we're near the end of his like journey, right? He basically, if we're looking at the timeline, this is like the last 5% of Edwan's history we're seeing because the rest of the
Mhm.
95 was him climbing the tower, establishing the family, running the family. Like, we're right at the end of where current day is. Like, it's not a lot of time for Edwan in reality. 500 years to Edwan is not a lot of time. So it's like, you know, what are we really seeing? Like, this is near current day Edwan. So I was a little disappointed by that. But, there's ways we can explain it. We went over that. But
Mhm.
overall, it was very good. I'm very much looking forward to the next chapter. I'm very happy. I'm very excited. Very,
Mhm.
very
Will we
excited.
have more mainline Tog references in the next chapter?
God. I wonder if SIU is doing this purposefully. Like, we'll never get an answer, but man.
It could be us just drawing the connections to everything, though. I don't know. Maybe the hand stab was a very clear call out because it was like the same spot and everything.
It was
Like
the same situation too, just out
he
of
could have done
nowhere.
that in any other way. You know what I mean? But he picked the hand stab again.
Yup, yup. Oh yeah, no, I agree, Pagoost. I think that's just Giga Bomb glaze. I think the same thing they did to Luzlik, by the way. They used Urek as a way to glaze other people, and I don't
Yeah,
like that.
they did it for the princess too, which was unfair.
Yeah, the princess got it with Urek, Bomb got it with Urek, Luzlik got it with Urek. Urek is just giving out these glazes, man,
No,
and he's not even trying to. But either way, I guess that's pretty much gonna be it for this one. Surprised we went over 2 hours. I didn't think we'd go that far, but
I like the conversations we're having after
oh,
the chat.
I love that. I think it's great. The issue I'm scared of is, and this is a good issue to have, right? I'm scared of suffering from success Where imagine we have a chat of like 10 people and they're all like Pagoose and they're all saying good things. Will never end. Like we could just keep going because we could just keep making conversation. So, you know, obviously that's not happening now, but hopefully
Possibility.
one day. What happened?
It's a possibility.
Hopefully. But I also like it being, very small because it's very intimate. So it's another aspect. But I don't want to get into that. That's really far out here. So anyway, that's pretty much going to be it for now. Great chapter. Very much looking forward to the next one. We hope everyone enjoyed. As always, we do this live at Twitch TV/Technics channel every Monday, as long as the chapter releases at 9 p.m. And I would say go to the Twitter to find out exactly when, but it's at 9 p.m. EST. And usually, if there's no chapter, I will tweet out, okay, there's no chapter, we're not getting on. But that's only if there's like some hiatus. Do they ever announce the hiatuses, Adrian?
Yeah, they typically do. I don't know if Webtoon does it, but like SIU in some way will typically announce it.
Okay. And how have you gotten privy to them? How do you know there's a hiatus if there is
Um,
one?
I usually scroll on the Reddit, someone posts about it.
Okay. And how far ahead of time does he like let you guys know?
Also, whenever SIU does it, like it's usually at the end of his chapter, he'll add a note to it. Like if you remember from some of the season 3 chapters.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I
Mhm.
remember. Okay. So, and even then, if he does go on a hiatus, would that really affect us since Webtoon is kind of like hoarding chapters right now because we're technically behind?
Yeah, not for a while.
Okay. So either way, that's gonna be it for us. As always, we stream this live Twitch TV says Technics channel. If you want to make sure we're going live, you can check my Twitter, even though it's not really needed anymore. But it's there for news, like if we need to like change the date or something comes up. So I would say still check the Twitter, twitter.com/Technics channel, also known as x.com/Technics channel. And if for some reason you're sick, dying, or dead and you missed the VOD, you can always watch it at a delay at youtube.com/Technics. Anyway, that's it. Hope everyone enjoyed. Have a good one, everyone. Eee!